Bienvenidos a final de Copa America. Estoy acompañado por Grizz Khan, mago de fútbol unoligio, Keith Plunkett. How's it going, guys? Yeah, I thought I would do the hosting. I know.
Obrigado.
Obrigado. Grizz, whatever you want to say, hello, hola.
Yeah,
whatever you want to say today.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are fucking practice for this shit. I just know hola, and that's because my boy is just learning Spanish. So hola, he keeps saying hola. That's what I know.
Good.
Hola.
That's impressive for you guys to even say.
Hold on. Is hermano Spanish?
Yeah.
Why not?
You can get away with that.
If you say it is, Grizz.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's all that counts.
David Lennon already says everyone looks sleepy. Well, it's 5 p.m. out here. If I look sleepy, bloody hell. I'm just had a shower as well. Shower and a haircut today. Looking fresh and clean.
Yeah, we're supposed to tell you that you're looking fresh and clean. Oh, you're not supposed to tell yourself. Like me and Keith, what 12:30 on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning now. So excuse us for looking a bit rough.
I had a late night last night on the bear. Rough, and up early then this morning. So, these are the things we do. These are the sacrifices we make.
Were you on the Guinness yesterday, were you, Keith? Guinness, baby Guinnesses? Guinness yesterday? Or?
No, I was drinking lager, getting into the old lager, but polished it off for a few small ones as well, a few Sambucas and tequilas and Jaeger bombs, as you do. The Irish like a gargle, what can I say?
Yeah, fair enough.
And meanwhile, the super athlete that I am, I got on the pitch today for a six-a-side game after 15 years. My mate said, look, it's been 15 years. Let's get on the pitch again and see what we can do.
Did you just come on the pitch to bring the oranges at halftime, or did you actually have any input in the game? Did you actually play? Did you actually kick a ball today? Because you look fresh as a daisy, to be honest, Chris. For someone who's apparently played an hour of football after 15 years.
I'm not going to lie to you. You know me, I'm a very honest man. I was absolutely embarrassing. No, Keith. It's not. You laugh and all right, it's a joke. And we have a laugh and a giggle. But to my standards, that was absolutely embarrassing. I've never, call me Pele, I've never not scored in a six-a-side in my life. Because you know what six-a-sides are like, right, lads? It's like 20 goals to 13 or whatever. Yeah. Everyone scores in a six-a-side.
If the score lines are 20-13 in an hour of football and six-a-side, that's a shambles. Tells you what you want to. Literally, that's a basketball score.
Well,
first quarter, I think. Keith, come on. Keith, have you ever played five-side football where the game's gone 20-13 in goals?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All the time.
Some poor defenses there, Grizz.
Or some superb attacks. Either one.
I've never not scored a goal, lads. I didn't score a goal. I was shambolic. I was a disgrace. But it is 15 years. I haven't been on that pitch, so it's somewhere. And I'm here to tell the tale. That's the main thing. I praise the Lord. I survived to tell the tale. And I'm absolutely honored and pleasured with you guys to watch this Copa America.
No, it's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have you. And obviously I did try to get Phil Vickery today, but he wasn't available. But hey, listen, I've got the next best thing. And I think he will soon take over Phil Vickery as the South American correspondent, which is Keith Plunkett. Now, but before we get to the lineups, guys, a question from Ali. Grizz, who are you supporting? We don't need to go into context. It's either Argentina or Brazil. You don't need to go anywhere else from there. Who are you going for?
Wow.
Already shooting you down.
I mean, like we want one word. Like, you don't get Grizz Khan on a watch-along and ask him for one-word answers. Fuck off, mate. Like, I'm not here to give one-word answers. Context is my middle name, brother.
Okay, just a quick one, and Grizz, you can say what you want.
The preamble was full of context.
First 15, 20 minutes of the show, can we just keep it nice and light language-wise? Because my mum is going to watch just before, and she's going to go to sleep around 1. She did say she would watch the first 15, 20, so let's ease up on the language a little bit if we can, Grizz.
Well, thanks. you need to ask the right questions to the right person then, son.
Brazil or Argentina? I think yours. I know who you're supporting, but I'll let you say the final word.
I've changed my mind, maybe. I don't know. Guys, what do you think? Like, there's no Liverpool player playing, right? Starting. So now
they won it last year. They won it last year, though.
Yeah, but I know you guys are the Messi.
Apart from Fab, actually. Apart from Fab.
Can I answer? Or do you want to just, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Grizz like father, like son, but he's one of those sons that you love, and you can't really kick him out of your life because he's your son at the end of his blood, right?
Yeah.
But you just want to beat the shit out of him, like behind closed doors. He's one of those sons.
You do anyway.
Acts up when the camera is on, Grizz, because he knows you can't give him a little scalping from the side. See, very smart.
Exactly. It is that. But look, I'm gonna go with the whole Messi thing, man. Like, win it for Messi. I don't know about you, Keith.
Oh, 100% Messi, yeah. Argentina all the way for me. And that's the heart rule in the head, because I think, one word answer, Avi, that's gone. We're all about context here. Liverpool, right? There's no Liverpool players in the team, right? So straight away, that can go to shy. We've got Fred playing ahead of Fabinho, right? Get the ball. We've got Everton playing. We've a fucker called Everton playing for them, and Richarlison. So straight away, Brazil.
Yeah, you've done it.
They're gone. They're out. Yeah, they're gone. But now look, Brazil are going to be the favourites in this. They're at home. There's no crowd, which is going to help Argentina, I think, and it will be interesting to see how the ref handles it, because this guy, what's he got? An average of 7 cards a game.
7 cards a game. I think someone put it up in our WhatsApp.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, 7 cards a game, which is a bit mad. And look, we all know it's Brazil in the Maracanã. It's always a tough game. Crowds can influence referees. It can happen everywhere. It can happen anywhere. But
no crowd today, Keith. No
crowd helps it, and that's what I'm. Of me Independiente top and all on cheering for the Argentinian team today. But I do think this Argentina team, Messi carries every team he's on. Every team he's on, he carries. People say he fluffs it. He does this, he does that. He does everything he can and never gets over the line. Argentina this time have a keeper that I would say, I'm going to say, is a world-class keeper, right? Emi Martinez is a keeper in form. He's the best Argentinian keeper I can think of in a long time. Do you know what I mean? They've had decent keepers from time to time. Romero was a decent keeper, but I think Martinez could be a game changer for this. And I'm going for Argentina.
I don't think anyone cares for my opinion, but I think Messi.
I want your opinion, have you?
It's time for Messi. I mean, it'll be great if he wins it. He's been in 3 Copa finals before. I never even knew he was in the squad of 2007. He's been in a World Cup final, so something's got to give, right? He deserves to have that sort of fitting ending, but you never know. They could win the World Cup next year too. So it'll be nice if they win the Copa. I think the midfield has been key. I know you've touched upon Emiliano Martinez, Keith, but I think DePaul, Paredes, and Giovanni Lo Celso have been great as well. Rugged, dogged, and there's been a bit of quality about those 3 as well. So and Lautaro Martinez has come into form as well.
It's nice to see Di Maria getting the start as well.
Yeah,
Di Maria, quality player.
But he's been effective when he's come off the bench. He's more effective.
But the way they've done it, Avi, if you've noticed, they've rotated their team in the sense that in some games they're going with Aguero, Martinez, Papu Gomez, and Messi, all 33, all in a front 4. In other games, he's gone with the Messi, Martinez, and Gonzalez. And for the final now, he's gone back to the Messi, Martinez, but he's replaced Gonzalez with Di Maria, which I think is a sensible move. I think it's a good move. I think they have players that he can bring on to influence it. But I do look at the Argentina team, and I think they're a more solid team. I think even at the back, Otamendi gets a lot of stick, but we done a show with Steve the other night and last night. And, as you pointed out, Otamendi's a tough player. He just makes the odd mistake. But beside him, you've got Christian Romero. Christian Romero is one of the best defenders in Italy at the moment. He's a really, really good player. He's a very good player. So having him beside him, and then Gonzalo Montiel, the right back, I'm a huge fan of his from River Plate. I think he's a great player, and he's getting brought back in. He hasn't been in the team; he was bombed out really, and he's back in. So I'm looking at the Argentina team here, and I like it. The Brazil team is solid as well. I mean, Thiago Silva and Marquinhos, they know each other very well. They played at club level together for long enough. The fullbacks, Renan Lodi, I think, good player. Danilo, I'm not too fond of, to be honest, but he's decent enough. Casemiro and Fred won't offer much creativity in midfield, but they will give a lot of solidity to the back 4. And then it's the attacking players. I'm a big fan of Lucas Paqueta, right? But
the Leon's done in wonders, though, Keith, at Lyon. This season, he's grabbed 13, I think, 27 starts or 27 games for Lyon.
He's a good player. He's a good player, Avi. I do like him. I just don't know. Richarlison, maybe I'm blinkered by the Everton thing. Richarlison's a decent player, but he's not an exciting player. He's not, he's
but
not.
Do you think some teams just have like a player of that? Like the Dutch had, like we had Dirk Kuyt. He wasn't the most skillful and the most exciting, but he was just there to do a job, and he did a great job. I know Richarlison's got a bit about him, though. He has got a bit of so he has got a bit of skill. He can finish, but do you think he's just there because he works hard as well, though? That's very underrated.
Yeah, he's a decent player. Yeah, I think he's one that if he hadn't signed for Everton, he would have been a good option for us because he can play wide, he can play centrally. He's a bit of a snidey fucker, which I do like, but I don't know. It doesn't excite me, and it could be proved wrong. But I just think, if I'm looking at these two teams, I think Argentina look a better balanced team, and that's just my opinion. But I'm blinkered because I just want Argentina to win this. Yeah.
Shall we go roll into the team lineups then? Grizz, do you want to pronounce the names of Brazil and I can do Argentina, or should we let Keith do the lineups?
No, you're taking the piss asking me to do the pronunciation of the lineups. And then you don't want me to swear because your mum's watching. Are you seriously doing? But I'll do it. It's not a problem for me.
Do you want to do Brazil? Because I think Argentina might be a bit of a handful.
Listen, you tried to set me up there, but you don't know. This is my. Right, hold on, let me get it out 1 second.
This is Grizz's way. Right here.
You don't worry about it. So
shall I do Argentina first then? Shall I go first with Argentina? Then let you get
you do what you want, mate. You're the boss today.
All right, let me do Argentina's then. So in goal, Emiliano Martinez. Right back.
No, stop. If you're gonna do all that bullshit for every single player, I'm like, kick me out the stream for a few seconds.
No, okay, but that's how you pronounce his name, Emiliano Martinez.
I can't.
Okay. Emiliano Martinez, Gonzalo Montiel, Christian Romero, Nicolas Otamendi, Marcos Acuna, Leandro Daniel Paredes, Giovanni Lo Celso, Rodrigo De Pole, Lionel Messi, Lautaro Martinez, and Angel Di Maria.
Very nice, Avi. That's very professional. I like that. Yeah, well done.
Keith, that was fucked. I don't give a shit what you say.
Grizz, you're going to have to throw in a few accents here, Grizz. You're going to have to do something special.
Nah, mate. We got Edison in goal from City. All right. The prick from City. Yeah. You got Renan Lodi, good player.
Renan Lodi,
good player.
Avi, I'm going to put you on mute. Right, Renan Lodi, the guy who put Mo Salah, kept him
played well on both legs. He did play well on both legs.
He's a good player, solid player.
Thiago Silva, who probably been one of my favorite defenders of the last decade. I know he's coming to the end of his career, but I really love him. Marquinhos, I'd rate as one of the better centre backs in world football right now.
Yeah,
Danilo's dog shite. I agree with you. Casemiro, we know he's a little snide. Fred is whatever, and it's a lovely English name. Everton, yes, our neighbours.
The blue tree.
And now they got Rafa. Lucas Paqueta's got come into the starting lineup, and that's good to see. Bit of invention, bit of trickery. Changed the game the other day.
Well, he came on and scored, didn't he? And that's when we start doing the old celebrations, Grizz. Yeah.
Yep. And Richarlison, if you got him in your team, you love him. If he's in the opposition, you absolutely think, dude.
Yeah.
And the man, Neymar himself. The character, the personality and everything, but my God, has he got some serious talent when he comes.
He's a great player, isn't he? He doesn't get the credit he deserves. I don't think he gets the respect he deserves.
He's a prick.
He is a shy bag. Sorry, Mrs. Avi. Wow, sorry, Mrs. Avi. But he's a shy bag.
Guys, please.
It's the carry on that goes.
Please.
More caution than us.
He goes, please, FNL.
We have a super chat there, boys.
Thank you.
MC,
you guys watching the fight, lads. I will be. I'm not sure.
Won't be.
Keith, I'm not sure if he's a big. I know Grizz won't be watching it.
I know. I like the UFC.
Grizz doesn't even know what UFC stands for, let alone watching it.
And I think McGregor will get smoked as well. So no interest.
What time's that on?
About 5 a.m.
About 4, 5 in the morning.
If I'm on, me and you still watch it. We can't do a watch along.
No. I'll give you a ring and whatnot. All right. Thanks for the watch along from MC. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Right. Listen,
just to FYI, I got a fact for the day. One fact for the day. Neymar has never won the Copa America. There you go. He was injured last season.
Well, I mean, Pele never won it, or Maradona never won the Copa.
Yeah.
People think the Copa is an easy tournament to win. It's not. The Copa is a very hard tournament to win, and it's one that maybe it's a snobbery thing over in Europe that people think the Euros is somehow a superior competition to the Copa, but the Copa's a smaller tournament, and even the bad teams, you probably only get 2 weak teams in the Copa in a year, even though.
Where we at?
There's national anthems, I think, right now.
National anthems, yeah.
I'm waiting for Fox Sports. If anyone's watching on Fox Sports 1, I believe the baseball is on. I think they're waiting for the... sorry.
Players are on the pitch, going through the line.
Guys, I'm the Brazil team's crouching, basically about to kick off. So I better pause it and get in line with you guys then.
Well, no, yeah, they're only going to they're only crouching down now.
I'm going to have to find a link quickly now because...
amazing.
This is a problem with American Sports Network, and I will take it far. They know a Copa America's on, but they'll want to put this MLB game on. Absolutely terrible.
Probably been on for 3 hours already, has it?
It has been, yeah. It's been the 8th, 9th innings, if that means anything to anyone.
So what cricket, I know about cricket, and there's only 2 innings each team. So when it gets past 2 innings, it's not a sport, man. It's bollocks. But what's going on then? So what have you not got a stream?
I have the refs on.
I'll find another stream
standing there, looking all amazing.
Absolutely, Keith. Have you noticed one of them looks like the one that geezer that makes all that weird sounds? What is he? A film? What do they call him? The one that's got a mask on. What does he remind you of?
You remind me of
Facundo Sava for Fulham.
No, he looks like bleeding.
Come on, the guy that makes the weird sounds in those films. What's it called?
What weird sounds? Please.
Someone's going to say it in the chat, and I'm going to work it out. Bane. There you go.
Lord. Bane from Dark Knight Rises.
Because he's wearing a face mask.
Avi, when adults are talking, keep quiet for 10 seconds.
Leo,
that's the one. Laura Duffy.
Fucking go for Keith.
Laura Duffy.
It was off the cuff, Avi. It was off the cuff.
No, but how did Laura Duffy know what I was thinking within 3 seconds?
Laura Duffy's like a genius. I'm telling you, she must have
genius.
Like Depopedia. Duffyopedia.
I don't think Laura Duffy's a real person. I think
she's a bot.
Yeah, I think it's Grizz's Borner.
I wish I was that clever, lads.
That's true. What am I saying? I'm selling Laura short there. Apologies.
Someone send me a link, please. I'm in America. There's someone who else is watching.
This is brilliant. We're watching the Copa America, people, and he's had his haircut, right? And shave and everything.
Learn the Portuguese.
Learn the fucking whole language.
I've got BBC on my private stream, so I'm going to put it on now on the TV.
But he hasn't got a stream, right? I'm about to kick off.
Yeah, the
boys. I'm nowhere there. Oh my god, this is unbelievable.
Well, no, you're unbelievable. This is not unbelievable. You're unbelievable. You wanted to just pronounce everyone's name right. You got a pat on the back.
Guys, I just got a DM, and I think it seems serious, but someone just DM me saying, "Are we gonna be covering the Tokyo Olympic football?" We may do. There are a few teams. Spain, Brazil are in it. Argentina.
That's a bit of a.
I think me and Keith can cover it. I don't mind.
We'll do it. Yeah, Tokyo. What's the time difference?
You guys are screwed. You guys are screwed. If it'll be like 5 or 6 in the morning.
I mean, just a quick one, right? Me and Keith sound like we're in a house, and the sound's quite nice and calm. You sound like you're in a warehouse. Like we're in a house. You're in a warehouse.
I might as well be. Have you seen my flat? It is like a warehouse. All these Amazon packages around there.
Is there anything you can do in terms of volume? Because,
shall I just mute myself for 90 minutes and let you just take over?
No. Like, do it. What's this?
How's it now? Hello. How's it now? Hello, 1, 2.
It's okay. I just need you to lower your volume a little bit, maybe. Like somehow. Keith, is it a bit too loud in your ear, or is it just me?
I'm always loud.
It's okay. I think if you lower your volume on your computer, Grizz, you might be all right if you take your volume down a smidge.
But yours is fine.
Yeah. So I'm soothing you. Soothing dulcet tones.
Dulcet tones, dulcet tones.
So I've not got no link right now. I'm going to find a link.
Okay, you find a link and me and Keith.
Still so finding a link. Yeah.
Have they kicked off yet?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, we're off.
So that me and Keith are literally basically a few seconds apart, if that.
Yeah. Grizz a little bit ahead of me, but yeah, more or less. We can. Are
you cheating, Keith? Have you got the subtitles on like I have? Like I'm openly cheating.
Oh, you have sub? That's a good idea, Grizz. I like that.
ring like that. Oh, that's an early foul. Surely that's going to be given. No, not a foul given. Foul given? No. Did you see that?
Linesman isn't having a bar of it, is he? Otamendi's walking away. Yeah,
was that a foul?
It looks like a foul, but yeah, man, Everton.
I was just going to say, educate me on Everton now.
Everton Ribeiro, good player, Grizz.
It's not Everton Ribeiro. Everton Ribeiro's on the bench.
No, it's not Everton Ribeiro. That's
there's two Evertons.
Yeah, there's two Evertons. Can you believe that? What a bunch of shite bags they are.
Yeah, there's a few Evertons. Have you noticed?
So Everton Ribeiro plays for Flamengo. This is Everton. He played for Grêmio and he signed for Benfica there last season to 20 million. Like,
it's the short fella, really, Keith.
Yeah, big fella. Yeah, there's two of them. There's two. He could be an Everton Ribeiro as well. You never know. But
so there's two Evertons and they're both short.
Yeah, they're both Everton. Like, you know, go way out with that.
I tell you what. This is Otamendi's up for it. He's up there. I tell you, have you seen that pressing he's done? That's 2 tackles, 2 fouls.
Get stuck in. Happy days. Boom. He's a wrecking machine, that fella.
I know what Steve said the other day, and you was kind of agreeing with him. I can't rate him, honestly, God. I don't know what people think of Otamendi in the chat.
I've got it now, guys. I'm live now.
Yeah, let us know when you're.
What minute you in?
Guys, if anyone's watching from the USA, go on to Univision. It's in South America. It doesn't bother me because I'm not going to have commentary on, but Fox Sports are still going to roll with the people are still going to roll with they're still going to roll with the baseball on the Fox Sports. So yeah.
Well, terrible state of affairs, isn't it? The baseball 16 hours in.
Kev O'Sullivan says he can't afford an early yellow card. You know, he's got to be careful. That's two challenges.
Yeah.
I'm in 5 minutes in. I've got.
You need to lower your volume, man. You're shouting in my ear.
My God,
if this is gonna happen for 2 hours, it's like.
Oh, we've got a super chat. So I'll read it out. I'll let you guys from Selection. Thank you, Selection. Depending on where you are, search Fox Live TV on Google. Should be the first thing from their go-to live schedule. Should be here. Oh, nice one. Thank you. I think that's from America as well. Appreciate the love and support and the super chat. Thank you. So I'm on 2 minutes 25 seconds, guys. Grizz, where are you on? I need a drink.
I've got subtitles on, so I don't see what minutes.
I'm on 2:48 at the moment, so a few seconds ahead of you, Avi, and Grizz is a few seconds ahead of me as well.
Well, I'm on Fred complaining.
Fred complaining, I'll have Fred complaining.
Ooh, was a nasty one on Montiel.
And a yellow. Otamendi's got away with more than Fred. Yellow card. Love it. Love this ref. A good Uruguayan, a good man from the voids, the Brazilians and the Argentinians.
That worthy though? Was that worthy of a yellow? First challenge.
Fred, brutal. Of course it is. He's terrible.
It looks like I'm gonna be the neutral one here today then.
Very much so, Grizz. I will openly say I am not neutral in this. I am 100%. And if the Liverpool boys all come on and play in this, I'm 100% Argentina, just to be clear on this. I want Messi to win this tournament. I think it will be the fitting sort of nail in a coffin for a lot of idiots that sort of determine that he's not a superior player because he hasn't won an international tournament. I think it's for the good of football. I'll talk cheesy shit. It's for the good of football that Messi wins this. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a given because Brazil are going to be a well-drilled team. Simple as.
They are. Look, people, I mean, I said it last time, people often talk about Brazil and the samba and the flair, but the Brazil of recent times have shown how good they are defensively and how much
Tite's done that. Tite.
How much they press and Tite.
But it goes back to like Scolari was doing that as well. You know what I mean? They had a great attacking team in the 2002 World Cup because you have Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho. But they had all that guys in there.
Keith, who was 98? Was that Zagallo in 98?
Zagallo was 98, yeah. Zagallo was 70, wasn't he, as well? I know Zagallo was 70, 94 was Zagallo again. Zagallo was 1970, 1994.
Just
and
ask
you think
Laura
he was
Duffy
98.
He's 89 now. 89 now, so yeah, you're right. You must be right.
Your sound is too.
Born in 9th of August, 1931.
Yeah, Zagallo won it as a player and a manager, didn't he? Yeah, did he captain it as or was Beckenbauer the only one to captain it as a player and a manager? I don't know. But Zagallo, yeah, I think he's definitely 94 and he was definitely 70. I think he was 98.
Zagallo managed about 40 teams as well. Fucking list of teams. Yeah, there you go. Told you.
No, but if you talk like that, it's fine. But then you went in a high pitch.
I'm 5 minutes in now. 5 minutes 10 seconds.
There you go. That's screaming.
5 minutes 17, so a little bit behind.
Well, let me catch up with you then. Let me fast forward this.
No, you're grand. It's cool. We're not giving a Blade and London commentary here, you know, so it's all chill. But it's the game is starting off for a bit of commentary. It's a cagey affair. There's a few good tackles going in. The ref is letting a lot go. But it's going to be a tough game. I'd say there's going to be some horrendous tackles in this game. There's going to be some fouls in this. Okay. There's a Cunha
all over complaints. What's wrong with people today?
So people, it's not wrong with people. People are saying that, you know, it is your sound is.
How do I sound now? How do I sound now?
That's because you've lowered your volume. Like, you're actually very excited, which I understand. You know,
is it better now? Is it better now?
Yeah, that's better. What have you done different?
Look, guys, do not buy these fancy. Buy these fancy Yeti mics.
You're loud. You're very loud. You're very loud.
What's wrong with your mic?
How am I now?
No, you're loud. Like, you're very loud. And it's like.
How am I now? How am I now?
Look, everyone's saying, why so loud, Avi?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's true.
Avi just has a naturally high-pitched voice. But just calm down maybe then a little bit, you know?
No, see, they must be liking us.
The Copa, you can't calm down. If you can't get excited for the Copa America, when can you?
Exactly. Chris.
Oh, the ball is on. Go. Oh, cut out. Thiago Silva, he's such a bleeding intelligent defender, isn't he? Like, his best years are gone, right?
Yeah.
His best years are well behind him. But he's still upstairs. I think a good centre-back never loses her upstairs. He can lose it downstairs, but, you know, but
Keith, that was me today.
That was the Grizz Can special.
Did you come off after like 2 minutes there? Legit.
Avi, no. I survived the full hour, which was amazing. But I was so sharp in the brain. I saw everything. I knew what I wanted to do. But by God, I couldn't move. And I'm being very honest with you guys. But it just shows me, it just indicated to me like how we talk about these great players. And when we say that they never lose it up there. And they don't. Because I didn't.
There, Laura Duffy's given us some knowledge in the chat there. Zagala was the first one to win as both the player and manager, but he wasn't the captain. Well in, Laura, dead right, as usual.
Just to confirm, he was born 9th of August, 1931 too. Just to confirm.
Grizz, Avi is perfect lad. Well, that's in your opinion, innit, Kieran? Like,
I want to give a shout out to Tommy Moran. He's one of our friends on WhatsApp. He's Kieran's quite close friend on the WhatsApp. So Tommy Moran, who just he proposed to his fiance. You can say fiance now. So yeah, tonight, really good stuff. So yeah, congratulations.
Say a prayer for Tommy.
Tommy, yeah, pray for Tommy.
Oh, scabby touch there, boy. Name.
Oh, Keith, you got a question there, mate? When you're ready. Is that better now, Keith Grizz? Is that better now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Ronaldinho's more talented than Neymar, like, and that's not a slight on Neymar at all. Neymar is a hugely underrated player. Again, we spoke about it, the disrespect that he gets. But what I find with Neymar, and it's good to compare the two of them, they're both very skillful players. And you look at Neymar doing a little flick over and all that. Neymar does tricks. I've always said this about him. It's like he does them unnecessarily, if you get me. He would nutmeg someone and then do it again just to mug them off. And I felt Ronaldinho he would do nutmegs and all that sort of stuff. It was always a more killer sort of, it was to benefit the play. And I just feel Neymar maybe over elaborates. And I think it's something that he's probably worked on a little bit in the last couple of years. I think he has taken a bit of that out of his game. But I remember him playing for Barcelona, and I think they were playing Sporting Gijón, and he done a rainbow flick over the defender's head. Barca were playing 5-0 up or something in the 88th minute, and your man went in and slaughtered him. And Xavi ran over and absolutely drilled Neymar for doing it. Said there's no need for that. You know, that's what Neymar has. But talent-wise, he's absolutely exceptional. I think he's absolutely unbelievable. But Ronaldinho, for me, way ahead of him, light years ahead. Don't know what you boys think.
Ronaldinho for me. I remember Ronaldinho scored a great goal against Villarreal as well towards the end of his career. Beautiful goal. It was like an overhead kick, but it was so sort of it was so meticulous the way he did it. It wasn't like a quick snap of the overhead kick. It was
bicycle.
It guided,
Scoopy.
Yeah, that's it. It was a loopy scoopy. Great term for it. But he was magical, man. The flip flop. He was doing tricks that we had never seen. Ronaldinho for me. And he backed it up as well. You know?
I have a comment here that I want to bring up on. It's not Jonathan's. It could be a great comment, Jonathan. Sorry, but the thing just moved on me. It's Ali A, right? Grizz. I don't know if he's putting Grizz at the top of this chain of great Brazilians or whether he's asking Grizz, is this the order?
That's some company.
R9, Pele, Ronaldinho, Neymar. Pele is light years ahead of all of them. And we talk about Neymar getting disrespected. Pele is possibly the most underrated genius ever to play the game. I think people look at Pele as some sort of Viagra merchant now and a bit of a whack job when he talks about, you know, Colombia winning the 94 World Cup, all this sort of stuff. Pele as a player was sensational. Look back at the videos. Look at the Pele film on Netflix. Look back at all of the clips of Pele playing. Pele was in. Who's got that on? Which one of you is playing something there?
It's me.
Turn that off.
Sorry.
I'm having a little blatant eulogy about Pele here. Get that shit off.
My TV's fucked. It's off. Yeah, go on. Sorry, I apologize.
I forget what I was saying.
No, keep Pele. You're talking about Pele. Come on. No,
I'm saying look back at Pele. Pele was an innovator. Pele was, you know, doing things before they were fancy. He was doing all the fancy things before anyone else was doing it, and he's paved the way. People go on about him playing, you know, he was scoring his goals in friendlies and all, but that wasn't Pele's fault. That was Santos to keep him in Brazil, to keep him away from Real Madrid and the European
Pele
teams.
had like 400 goals to his resume.
Let him fucking finish, man. Let him finish.
Yeah, but what it was he played loads of exhibition games and touring games, but that's because Santos had to pay him. I had to do all these tours and exhibitions to pay his wages because Real Madrid wanted him in the 50s with the great team with Puskas and Di Stefano and all, and they to keep him in Brazil, they had to pay him, and to pay him, they had to do all these tours. So he scored in all the games he was playing in, but it wasn't his fault. They were, maybe you might say, a bit Mickey Mouse. Do you know what I mean? Like, Pele was sensational.
I've got to back you on that. Pele. Well, I'm not. Oh, here we go. Oh, great block by bloody Otamendi again.
What minute is he on?
He's about 40 seconds ahead of me. So it's.
I'll pause it then until you guys catch up. Let me know as soon as you've seen that bit.
Yeah, the block is after happening for me. The clearance now is getting cleared.
Did you see that chance, Avi?
Yeah.
Avi. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
This has got to be a yellow. This is going to be a yellow. Otamendi again on Lucas Paqueta. They're showing
does Romario or Garrincha not get a mention?
Avi, for 30 seconds, for 10 seconds, let's just try to get in sync before you just talk.
Look at his shorts. Look at his fucking shorts.
So, Avi, let us know when you're caught up.
I'm not going to catch up. I can't fast forward now, can I? I'm on this device.
Also, that's why you're not talking topical things. Because
Otamendi is absolutely marmalading people here. It's lovely to see.
He's on a mental one, isn't he? I've counted. That's 4 challenges.
But that one on Paqueta, there wasn't much in it, Grizz. He just runs across him. You know,
not much in it. But if he's the one that's caused that ripped short of Neymar, then
well, that's what I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's starting off, and we spoke, as we said, to Steve about it, and I think he's a good player, Otamendi, but he has brain farts, and like Dejan Lovren, we compared him to Lovren, and he needs to calm down. He needs to calm it down here because he's at the scene of every single fucking crime so far, every foul, except for Fred's one that he got booked for as being Otamendi. Yeah.
Does Romario not get a shout, guys?
Romario was a great player. And he's a bigger con man than Pele for the goals, because Romario's got over 1,000 goals as well. And he was playing in the American Tour Division and all at one stage. I think he's great. He was one of my favourite players growing up. Garrincha is one that got mentioned. I was showing my son's only 7, and I was showing him videos of Garrincha, and the fact that Garrincha's legs were bowed, he was ridiculously bowed legs, and he was the most amazing dribbler. And if you look, taking into context, you're coming out in the 50s and 60s, you know what I mean, and you're just absolutely sensational dribbler of the ball. People don't know him. He was an alcoholic and all. Like, he died of syphilis, didn't he? He had a bit of a mad life. Garrincha. He's one that people don't know about, but amazing.
Do you know what? Our listeners and viewers wouldn't know the difference if you was describing Gav there or Garrincha there.
That's true. Gav, the Garrincha of the YouTube world.
Garrincha.
The YouTube Garrincha.
Okay.
Well, I'm sinking in now, guys. I think I'm good now.
Well, Argentina seem to have gained a bit of possession, a bit of control here. for the first time, either team has got a bit of controlled possession here.
Yeah. It's a cagey affair so far.
It is. There we go. You don't miss. Oh, bloody.
There's a load of names getting wellied into the chat there. Rivaldo's one of my favourites as well. I fucking love Rivaldo.
Neymar's been lumped again. Have you seen that, guys? And Messi's rolling over the floor. So the 2 stars of the.
Keith, what about Edmundo?
Edmundo was great, Avi. Edmundo was a mad fucker, and
he's a murderer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He did something like that, didn't he? When
he did. He was it a car thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Was it another player or something was in a car with him when he crashed it? Or was it his partner or something? Let's check that out. But he was mad, Edmundo, but he was a great player. Do you remember United went to play the World Club Championships when he won the treble? And he just played and was sensational in that.
That was like on 11 p.m. wasn't it, on BBC when they went for the World Club Championship? Yeah. A great Adriano, Keith. What could have been, hey, for Adriano?
Yeah. Adriano was, again, another man that he suffers with alcoholism, and he couldn't get himself away from the favelas. Unfortunately for Adriano, I think he couldn't get away from that life when he burst out in Serie A, and he's playing for Fiorentina, wasn't it, and Inter, and he was just amazing. He had everything.
See, so I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with that. I don't. Someone sorry, who was it? Was it Jonathan Davis? He compared him. He said he was on the path to being as good or as R9.
No, R9 was a bit of a weird one because R9 could have been the greatest of all time.
See, because when Keith said about Pele, I totally get where he's coming from. Absolutely disrespected Pele, especially from the modern fan. Like Pele, that's why we're educating units, if you listen. So Pele was an absolute genius, as Keith says. To do what he'd done at the age and the time and everything around him is magnificent. And then the ultimate, this is Messi, isn't it? When he turns like that.
Are you guys there? What minute are you guys on now?
Grizz is way ahead.
Grizz is watching this in like Twilight Zone or something.
Well, last time I'm
on 1705.
Last watch-along, I was accused of having...
Would there be a notable mention for Robinho in there, Keith?
No, Robinho was fucking terrible. Jesus Christ.
It's my era, It's my era, isn't it?
Robinho came, well, you see, that's it, Avi. Robinho came and he was such a highly rated player at Santos, wasn't it? And Diego and Robinho, they were brilliant. And he went in and they all thought he was going to be the next big thing, but he never, ever fucking lived up to it. He never delivered. He had flashes. Here and there, but...
In my area, it was Giovanni, Rochenbach, Sonny Anderson, Robinho.
Not one of them are absolutely anything remotely.
Sonny Anderson wasn't bad at Lyon.
Sonny Anderson had a good goal record. So had Jardel, but in Europe at that time, and they were never on that bleeding.
Keith, they were,
No, that's what I mean. They were never at that. They were never.
They weren't at that level, Grizz, but they were good. We've got another super chat, guys. Thank you for. Grizz, go. Grizz, if you want to read this one, I've read the previous two.
Go on. No, you're right.
What, can you not read the name?
Who wants to have a go? Go on, Keith. I don't
NWC Aniauku.
Yeah, they respect that we try our best. Absolutely.
We give it a go. Exactly. It's probably wrong, but we give it a go.
We're honest.
Nice one so far, guys. Maybe a timer next time so we can sync at least one of you. Thanks. Yeah, and look, we're all on different timers here, so you might be all right to you might have one of us.
All right, so let me know when you're into Rodrigo, De Paul, and Neymar getting a lecturing from the referee.
I'm on 8:37 right now.
I'm on 18:57, 58. Now I've got Neymar and De Paul getting a lecture.
That's exactly we're in the same thing, lads. No need to panic. It's just Avi, Right, there's Georgie 1 foot thanking me.
Did you recommend Cape Fear?
Yeah.
Cape Fear's a bleeding great film.
It's brilliant. He's made a hash of that, hasn't he? Is that Richarlison of that? Yeah, Richarlison's made a hash.
He's fucking brilliant. He's absolute stock in a show. I don't care what anyone says. I was giving him a bit of flowers earlier, saying he did all right for us. I hate him.
Who's that? Richarlison?
Yeah, shy bag. Hate him. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Avi. Apologies again.
No, she's going to sleep. My mum's taking.
Is she good? He's a shy bag.
Can I unleash? Yeah, can I sort of go for it now because I've been quiet? And
you can say what you want now. I might go and get a bottle of Coke or something.
Yeah, you might need a coffee or something stronger. To carry on.
Yeah, Kev O'Sullivan is saying for the second half, me and Grizz, we all pause our feeds till Abby's about to kick off, and then we'll just play them together. Great idea. See, Kev's in ideas, man. There's a free kick now. Neymar diving around like a bleeding. See Otamendi scoops him.
Here we go, guys. Here we go, guys. Oh,
hold on. Where are you? Are you ahead of me now?
No, Avi's just seen the Richarlison chance, hasn't he? Oh my God, Avi, you need to, because you've just confused us if you're going to react for no reason. Like we're onto the
offside. Why was that not blown for offside? Are they getting a free kick for this?
No, it was the Neymar.
Oh yeah,
different patterns of play, isn't there? Different patterns of play here, guys.
It is, yeah. It's a cagey old game. I think it's just waiting for a spark. I think so far, being honest, Brazil look like they're the ones that are looking to get that little spark. Argentina are looking, in my opinion, they're looking at solid. They're looking to hold it and then maybe get the break when they can. But I think that's the makeup of their team with the three lads in midfield. They'll grind out as much as they can.
First question.
What a beautiful pass! Oh, here we go! Here we go! 1-0 Di Maria. Oh, Argentina will take it.
Goal.
Avi, can we have a fancy way of saying his name, please?
Angela Di Maria.
There you go. That'll do.
Oh, what a mistake. What a mistake. Oh, good finish.
Who put that pass through, lads? Who put that pass through?
Good finish. And the Gareth Bale celebration too, to make it even better. Oh, they're all fans there. There's fans there at America now.
Oh, is that on side?
Look, there's Argentinian fans.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Abby, you're screaming in my ear, man.
No. Is he on? Is he off or is he on there?
That's it. I thought he's off there, you know, at first glance.
It looked a fraction off. Look. Yeah.
Offside.
You guys are way ahead. Oh, it's offside. It's offside.
Avi, it's not, because you always do this. It's not a quiz.
It's been given offside.
You're going by the comments. Yeah, so you're behind us. You have no idea. Stop giving non-facts. Is that how you'd say it?
His right foot is offside. Beautiful finish though.
Great finish. But that's the spark, isn't it? That's the spark.
It's not offside. So why was you shouting offside?
Yeah, it's a goal. Yeah, it's in. It's a goal.
Why was you shouting offside?
It's that bit of creativity. Who made the balls of that? Was that Casemiro or Thiago Silva that?
I think so. Can someone tell us? I think it was Casemiro.
I think it was Renan Lodi, no?
Was it Renan? Yeah, could have been. It was over that side, all right.
Brilliant.
But that's what this is. It's being cagey, and then spring it like that. And that's what I like about this Argentina. And it's what I like about Di Maria. I done a tweet earlier about Juan Varane being one of my favourite, one of the best players I've ever seen. And the disrespect that he gets because of the failed Premier League stint that he had. And Di Maria is the exact same. Di Maria went to Manchester United. Didn't work out. His house got robbed. His wife was in there. She couldn't settle. He moved on. I think he's still an absolute baller to this day. I thought he was
the man of the match. I think he did get man of the match. Remember when they beat
Champions League final?
Atletico Madrid? Yeah, the first one they had.
He was brilliant. He was amazing. Great.
That run as well in the quarters and semis, he was electric.
But he can go centre. He can go to the wing. I think he's brilliant. You know, when a player gets older, you think they'll just go central. And when he had moved centrally for Real, you think, all right, that's where he plays. But now PSG and now Argentina, he's still attacking. He reminds me a bit of Maxi Rodriguez, not in the sense that they're the same type of player, but just in the sense that they're a wide player that just can keep going and going, and are so intelligent that they can cater their style of play to adapt it, you know what I mean, and still play. So yeah, I think Di Maria has another few years left in him, bar an injury.
Guys, I like the look of this Christian Romero. I like the look of him.
Yeah,
I think he's a really classy defender.
Guys, this one race is telling me to calm down. Shut up, telling me to calm down. Get out of here, telling me to calm down.
Ali, I did read your comment. I can't comment on Pele. I can comment on Maradona. For me, Maradona.
Yeah,
I think everybody.
I think because of the lifestyle that he led as well. I think I love Maradona. So for me, it would be Maradona.
I'm thinking, right, in that room, if you get as many pillows as you can, and kind of just
build a little fort.
I reckon the sound will be nearly there.
Oh, nearly Keith, you love this one, Keith. Juan Roman Roquelme was a dog's bollocks as a player. I just used to throw. He's a lazy bastard, though. He was a lazy bastard. But I tell you what, at Villarreal, he was brilliant. We had Marco Senna behind him too in that team. Brilliant player.
He got screwed over at Barcelona as well.
Louis Van Gaal, wasn't it?
Yeah, he screwed him over big time. But yeah, a great player. And you know what? I know we'll touch on another player later on, Avi, but you know, he linked up at Boca Juniors with Martin Palermo for a long, long time. And they were excellent together and had a huge falling out. But he's absolutely idolised, isn't he, at Boca Juniors? Riquelme, Maradona, Tevez, and Palermo as well. Like, they absolutely loved him there.
Just a story on Martin Palermo. So obviously we know he's famous for missing 3 penalties against Colombia in the same game, right? Yeah. He was actually
99,
destined.
wasn't it?
Was it 1996? Was it 96?
Was it the 99 Copa? I don't know.
It might be 99. But he was actually linked. He was actually he had agreed terms with AC Milan that very summer to go there after the tournament. What's wrong with him now? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Just he was actually destined to go to Milan, but something happened and they must have pulled plug after seeing that. But it was weird with him, Keith, because he played the 97 Copa America, has a 10-year exile from the national team, a bit like Caniggia, comes back for the 2010 World Cup, was it?
Yeah.
Or 2014? 2010 it was.
It was Maradona was brought him back in, didn't he? Maradona, when he was the manager in 2010. He got Basilia actually invited him back for 2 friendlies or something, or he brought him back in for a squad, but then had to pull out, and then Maradona included him in a qualifier, I think, for the World Cup. But yeah, he's one of these guys that's just highly regarded. But you're right, a 10-year absence, and he wasn't. If anyone doesn't know Martin Palermo, he was a big bleeding forward. He wasn't a skillful, small little typical Argentinian, what you'd expect. He was a big target man.
Absolutely, yeah. Another
left-footed,
another guy with a absolute lethal left foot. As you said, totally, you wouldn't expect a South American Argentinian striker to play like the way he plays. You know what I mean?
Boca's all-time leading scorer. 2 spells, 2 stints.
His goal-scoring record was pathetically good. The first stint that he had. Second stint wasn't bad either, but the first stint, I think.
The fourth stint, I have it there, 81 goals in 102 league games. But let's see if we have his overall.
Do you know who I thought was a good player as well, Keith? He wasn't renowned, but he went to Bordeaux, Cavanaghi, for River Plate.
Yeah, he was a good player, and sometimes they go to Europe and they don't hit them heights, Palermo's the same as well, wasn't it? Where you went to Villarreal, and he had the reputation and just never really done it. Some of them just flourish in South America, and that's the way it is. With a lot of them, even the good ones like the Riquelme did manage to do it in Europe for Villarreal. He was excellent, but they always feel more comfortable, and they always go back that bit early. You think, they'll go back at 38, 39, but they go back early.
2006 World Cup, if Peckerman doesn't take him off, they beat Germany in that game.
Yeah.
Takes Riquelme off, and that's it. They lost shape. They score, I think, through Ballack, and then it was penalties, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and they were in the ascendancy in that one.
The goal against Ivory Coast.
Did the keeper come off in that?
Against Argentina? I'm not sure.
Yeah, those started.
I'll Google it now.
I'm thinking the keeper got taken off. I had to come off, and he just went to shite then and took off Riquelme, and it just didn't make any sense.
Lads, Argentina looking.
They're settled in nice, certainly now.
Di Maria. Lads, I know your absolute pearls of knowledge and wisdom, but this is a cracking game now, lads.
It is.
I'm sorry, I didn't listen to much what you guys said. This is a cracking game. No, I'm going to be honest.
So you're disrespectful like that. You're rude, obnoxious.
No. I'm honest. This is a cracking game. This is the Copa America Final, and this is what people are tuning in for.
Grizz is the Ayatollah. He knows his stuff.
So it was 4-1 penalties, Keith, that Germany won. I'm just going to go into that game now.
Into the game, for some reason, I'm thinking they had to take off the keeper, Argentina.
It's fucking Wikipedia. It's absolutely useless sometimes.
Do you know what it is? You lot turning this into like the Chris Pratt European show where you're going back in history, right?
Now, listen, behave. I was on that show, okay? Chris Pratt, he's on the comments. Great show, by the way, yesterday as well.
It's a magnificent show. But this is the Copa America Final, lads.
Yeah, but
you're right, Keith, you're absolutely spot on. Roberto Abdianzieri did come off in the 71st minute, and he was replaced by Leo. I think Leo Franco's on the bench here for Argentina after 15 years. So, you're right. And Riquelme came off in the 72nd minute, and Klose scored in the 80th minute.
Yeah, they went.
Penalties were missed by Ayala and Cambiasso. Germany scored all
2 of my favourites.
see the people in the comments saying Di Maria's up for it. He is. He looks
great. He looks
Every
great.
Every time he's getting on the ball, he's giving.
But they're targeting him, aren't they? They seem to have targeted Lodi Grizz. They're looking at that side. They're not going. You know, the other side. They're basically nothing happening down there. Danilo's not getting. But now I know because Messi is always going to drift, isn't he? Messi's going to move.
Have you noticed? It seems like it seems like Paredes has really dropped, like as a third centre back.
Well, you see, Paredes is playing as the Cinco here, the 5. And that's like the in Argentina, you've got the number 10 is the Maradona. They all want to be the number 10, but after that, they all want to be the number 5, and it's the playmaking midfielder. So in England or in some European countries, that's a Makelele type. In Argentina, it's not. It's a playmaker. It's Redondo. It's even the likes of a Cambiaso, who gets tarnished as a destroyer, but he was actually a great ball player. Paredes is an excellent example as well. Varane, you know, all these guys that could sit in the front of the back four, but played ball. They weren't destroyers. They were
look at that. That's what I mean. Look at Messi there, winning that ball there. Brilliant. I tell you what, De Paul, Paredes, and Lo Celso, individually, we might not rate them, but they've been brilliant as a trio in this tournament. They've been brilliant.
Yeah. They have been, and the options they have, you know, Argentina have some excellent midfield depth, and that's what I think can see them through all the way in this. You know, if they have to use their squad, they've got Guido Rodriguez as well on the bench, and he's a good player. Who else is in there? Ezequiel Palacios, right? He's Bayer Leverkusen, an excellent, one of the best young midfield players in Argentina, but he picked up an injury when he went to Leverkusen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Bigged up Martinez there, and he's acting the bollocks on me.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking that. What are you trying to do? You don't let Messi run at you. You don't let Messi run at you and give him space.
Yeah.
Just wide.
He's unbelievable.
You guys are way ahead, man. Way ahead of me.
He's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Do you know what, guys? Opening 15, 20 minutes, loads of niggly little fouls and what we expected. It's Argentina, Brazil at the end of the day. That's a foul. Yellow card. 100%. Yep. Paredes. In a minute, Paredes. But guys, this is turning into a fascinating game.
I'm surprised Tagliafico didn't start today. He's one with the Cunha.
He's awful.
Nice. Cunha's a good player, but Cunha's a bleeding.
Yeah, you're way behind. Avi, you need to sink in because otherwise.
Yeah, we'll sink at half time.
I mean, I don't know what the viewers and listeners and
I'm at the free kick now.
I'm just gonna throw the super chat in. I don't know, it's my boy again, NWC. Well done and thanks for the effort. Look, we're not experts on the L pronunciations. We had a go. You know,
it's Debussy and Iako.
Thanks for there you go. But look, thanks for the super chat. We appreciate that.
But I just want to know from the viewers and listeners as well. Am I getting overexcited about this game? I think this is it's turning into
a great game, Grizz.
You get excited by a lot of things, though, Grizz. Grizz, how would you put your performances on the 6 side today out of 10?
No, come on.
Give us some.
Neymar's got a free kick on the edge of the box, and you want to talk about my 6 side? Like, what's wrong with you?
You know, I've literally got 2 TVs. I've got the iPad and the main TV, and they're still bloody slow.
Why don't you go in the other room and watch it on the other TV, and we'll take it from here.
What minute are you on now, Grizz?
Everyone's saying, look, brilliantly open.
43,
Brilliant open. Musa says, good game so far. It's a fascinating game, and you want to talk about 1960s Brazilian wingers.
I do, yeah. I want to talk about I want to talk about the 50s and the 40s.
Nothing happened there. I just wanted Keith to shout about the 1940s.
No, because if you want, I can talk about the 50s, the late 40s and the 50s. La Máquina, River Plate, the 5 of them. Di Stefano when he first came out.
Oh, just an Uncle Albert, Keith.
During the war.
Guys, there was a question there. Someone, I think it was.
I don't know who's looking after the comments now. Do you want to look after the comments for a while, Grizz?
I'm not in the. No, you've kicked me out of the thing. So you said because you said you could do a good job. I think you've done an awful job so far. There's some great comments.
Oh, Keith, you might have some relation here. Yo, Keith, I had an English teacher. I think her name was Trudy Plunkett. Any relation there?
Not as far as I know. No, we don't have any Trudys in our house.
Trudy's not an Irish name, is it, Keith?
No. Well, Anne can be Irish, I suppose. You know.
No relation to Liam Plunkett, the cricketer for England?
Liam Plunkett is my father, but not the cricketer, no. But again, he's another Irishman, isn't he? But yeah, no, I'm from a band of plunkets that are all thieves and bandits. So if Trudy was a thief or bandit, that could be my tree of the Plunkett family tree. If not, it's a different crowd.
I think the Brazilians. I think Tite will get Bobby on sooner rather than later.
It's weird, like, because he was a big fan of Alisson and a big fan of Bobby, and at one stage of Fabinho. But he's how you can prefer Fred, right? I'll give him the Ederson Alisson thing because they're two excellent goalkeepers, and you know, it's your own preference. If you're a Man City fan, you'll prefer Ederson, and you'll have a valid reasons for doing that. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a ridiculous opinion. But Fred and Fabinho is fucking scandalous, in my opinion. How you can rate Fred better than Fab, it doesn't make sense. He's nowhere near the player.
Fab didn't get into the Brazilian team until last year, really. Yeah. He wasn't in the Copa America squad.
He was getting games at right back, Avi. That's where he was fucking playing for them, right full. And he's been doing it in Europe, you know, even before us, he was doing it at Monaco. So it's not like he's just a bleeding and no mark who's come out of nowhere. He's a quality player. And then Bobby, I suppose you can have your opinions on Bobby not being a goal scorer. But I think whenever he comes in, he impacts games for Brazil.
Oh no. Who's pulled up?
Di Maria.
Is that acting?
Is that hamstring, Grizz? Is it the hamstring, Grizz?
No, it's not. It's his calf, I think. Gonzo, he's gone. There was no contact there. Gone.
It's either acting or he's totally gone. You just can't tell. This is the case of the boy.
If there's a touch, if there's a touch.
No, he's pulled up. He's gone, Grizz. When he pulls up like that, he's not faking.
These are all moaning, but so Achilles, Gonzo.
If that's the case, that's the case, poor guy. Hold on, let's have a look. No, he's gone.
Let's see.
He's holding his Achilles, isn't he?
He was.
Oh, yeah.
Shot.
By far, he was probably the most.
Oh, ankle. Is it the ankle just bleeding? High ankle job. But he's gone either way. He ain't coming back.
Were these Brazilians surrounding the referee for him?
Yeah, that's why I thought there was some sort of bleeding. Maybe he got nicked and they were saying it was a foul.
Oh, now they're showing the goal. They're showing the goal.
Dug it in there.
That's on. Yeah, that's on.
Yeah.
It's the slave. The slave is keeping him on.
And it was the left back, Lodi.
Yeah, Lodi. Yeah. The slave kept him on. It's a ridiculous rule.
Did I want to see that again? Did the defender try to go there try to block it with his left foot?
Yeah. It made him an absolute shite of it.
Your man Lodi there. Yeah. Raining Lodi, that's your man, isn't it?
Brazil are trying to start now. They're diving around and falling all over the place now, trying to get it back into that game. They're playing for free kicks in around the box.
Yeah. It's going to get worse in the second half, but it makes it fascinating. It makes the game that it is, isn't it? Like Argentina, Brazil. And it's all part of it. The play acting, the drama, the moaning. This is what
exactly. And it's one of them things. It's England getting criticised for the diving and the rolling around. Everyone does it. You just have to accept it. And that's, guys, you can't criticise foreign players for doing it.
Guys, this is what I mean. Now, we all said he's gone, his ankle's gone. Was that Di Maria chasing that ball through the keeper again, sprinting at full speed? This is what I mean.
Sometimes it could just be a light sprain, though, Grizz. It could be a light sprain. Sometimes you can dig yourself in the ground and that's it. It's fine.
Yeah,
but that's my point.
It looked a bad one now.
It looked a bad one, exactly. But it's the acting they do. You can't tell if it's serious or he's play acting, and it's obviously he was play acting there.
I don't know if he was play acting because it wasn't a foul. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it was a foul.
But I get what you're saying. But obviously, it wasn't as painful or as damaging as it was.
It looked like his bleeding Achilles might have snapped in 6 pieces, but he's back on.
That's my point, Keith. So it's second nature to try to get something out of nothing with these guys,
Norman's asking, can I remember the Brazilian Everton tried to sign around 94? Can't remember his name. I can't, Norman. I don't know who that would have been.
Branco.
But was it Branco? He was at the end of his team. Well, he went to Middlesbrough, yeah.
Emerson, maybe, before he went to Borough? Janinian?
But the question's nothing to do with what you're saying.
Right?
No, but
it's right. It's around that era.
Roy would have been too big for them, but Roy was the Brazilian captain.
You remember the Brazilian Everton? Oh,
Yeah,
now
see
that
what you
Everton
on
tried to
about?
sign.
Read the question. Sunya kar yaar, Sunya kar.
But what's going on today is way too many Evertons, right?
Yeah, Everton have
Way,
Aiden.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Keith
Even
didn't help
by
with
name.
that by telling us there's 2 bloody Evertons.
There's 2 of them.
I
That's it,
apologize. I'm sorry. I thought the Brazilian Everton.
That's why I was giving names out for 94.
No,
Everyone read the
Brazilian,
question,
yeah.
isn't it? Read the whole sentence, not just what you think you find.
Do you know what? I'll have to
appealing.
Google that and see who. It couldn't have been Roy. Roy was the Brazilian captain, for fuck's sake.
Roy was at
Everton
PSG as well, wasn't he?
PSG,
He was at PSG.
yeah. Who's Roy's brother?
It wasn't Dunga. Wouldn't have been
Who's
Dunga.
Roy's brother? Do you know
Socrates.
who Roy's brother? Well done,
Ken.
Grizz.
You know, when I'm serious, Keith.
Yeah, Socrates.
And Gav can't say I read the chat and comments.
What about the Mexican Josimar? He was good, wasn't he?
Who? Josimar. Josimar was brilliant, yeah. We Snigger and you spoke about Josimar in your last one, didn't you?
Last one. I thought he was from Mexico.
No,
Gio
Josimar.
says, Grizz, my man, I found you. What does he mean by that? That you found me?
Yep, he's here. He's here. Maybe he's long lost cousin or something, Grizz, maybe? Gio?
If he is, Gio,
maybe
my
he's
man.
finally getting you live. He might not be able to watch live on the Daytrippers.
Welcome, Gio. Welcome, Gio.
Welcome. Please like and subscribe, guys, as well. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's important. You know, there's 300 watching, and thanks very much for that support. But if you don't subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because we like to think we put out good content all the time. It's not always watch-alongs, in fairness. These 2 do the watch-alongs.
Oh, Kieran Thorne, another one who's great with knowledge. He said it was Mula, also known as Louis da Costa. God,
well, if it was Muller, now Luke Patre is saying it was Viola, and it could have been Viola because he was playing in the 93 Copa. Him and Muller were in that squad, but he played for Corinthians at the time, and he was an excellent forward. He actually came on the World Cup final.
Oh, great defending. I tell you what, guys, these Argentinian centre backs, we spoke about them. They've got some,
Romero.
Yeah,
they've got some really important blocks in there.
United are sniffing as well for him, aren't they?
For Romero,
we actually looked at him as well. We made an inquiry on Romero.
Asking, right, who would be our top 3 left backs of all time? Jesus Christ, top 3 left backs.
Lizarazu's got me one.
Yeah, but you know, let him answer it, and then you.
Oh, it's Keith. Sorry.
No, anyone could. I throw your names in, boys. I'd say Maldini is one. You throw in automatically a default to the likes of Roberto Carlos, but I don't. He was a great player
for me.
Ashley Cole was good. Yeah, Ashley Cole was good.
I love Roberto Carlos, Keith. I absolutely loved him.
Boy, I don't know. Yeah,
for me,
he was great.
I fucking loved him.
Robert Yanni, Chris.
Robert Yarni.
Croatian.
Oh, Jesus. If I'm not putting Roberto Carlos in, we're not putting Robert Yarni in.
Left backs of all time, but you just want to like hipster.
Oh, Yanni was good. Robert Yanni
he was, but you've got like Andy Brahim and fucking.
Can someone give Abby Flowers in the chat? He has a decent ball in there.
I rated Yanni. He was actually going to go to Coventry as well, Robert Yanni.
There you go. So the 3 greatest fullbacks in the world.
From Madrid. Right? No, but he was about 34 at the time. He was 34 at the time.
All time. So let me finish what I'm going to, give it context. So we're talking about the 3 greatest left backs of all time, Keith, right?
Yeah.
And you're throwing in names like, I'm not sure if Roberto Carlos can get into the company of Philip Lahm or Maldini. Yeah. And your man here says Robert Yanni, who's going to go to Coventry. Make of that what you will, people.
I'm checking good left backs out there. Look, someone's mentioning Risa. How was Risa at the top 3? Come on, mate.
Risa? Oh,
common sense. Come on. Big mad Andy's. Sorry, mate, but John Arne Risa, come on. Robertson, another 4 or 5 years if he continues, this program. Zambrotta was brilliant. Zambrotta's a good shout, but Zambrotta at Barca didn't really work.
Zambrotta was fucking brilliant. Zambrotta was poxy. No, I go back to the Blade black and white days with every reference. So I look at Giacinto Facchetti, the Italian, played for Inter Milan in the 60s, played in the 70s.
Keith, come on, Keith, no one's going to know that in the chat. Come on.
I know, but they can Google it, Avi. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate. Facchetti played for Inter when they invented.
Chris, you remember Facchetti, didn't you?
I tell you what, Kieran Thorne's coming without a shout, and I tell you why.
Paul Breitner.
Paul Breitner was one of the best.
When I was playing, when I was into my PlayStation, Paul Breitner was outstanding for classic Germany.
Paul Breitner available on PlayStation? He wasn't.
listen. Did you let me finish? Everyone knows in the chat why I said, except you. Classic Germany. There was an option for classic Germany. Exactly. Always.
He was amazing. Scored in 2 World Cup finals. 84, 82, and 74.
Rummenigge.
What? Giuseppe Fettuccine, yeah. Why not? Throw him in there, boiling water, 10 minutes, bit of salt.
Do you know what I mean? I was going to say that sounds like something I had.
I think this guy just done it because he's Irish, but he was never a left back.
No, he's never a left back, yeah.
I tell you what.
Come on, guys, let's behave ourselves a little bit here, guys.
I'll tell you what, lads, just to comment on the game, I think the Argentinian midfield, the three in midfield,
they're absolutely bleeding boss.
I've been praising them all week, Grizz.
Let me just make my point in there, if you don't mind.
I've been praising them all week. You're saying nothing out of the ordinary. I do like DePaul though. That Tobiko, big shout out to Tobiko Nakomo.
I'll just go on mute.
He's a big fan of him. Oh,
I'll just go on mute.
Got overexcited. Yeah, go on, Grizz. You were saying about the midfield three? You're on mute.
Nice, he's on mute. His lip. No. Oh, he's on mute. Yeah, he's on mute. Why is he on mute? He's contemplating something there.
He wants to mention about the midfield three.
No, I'm just enjoying the game.
Mention the midfield three now. Paredes.
No, it's nothing out of the universe. Like, you want to mention Philip Yanni, like that's out of the universe. Robert Yanni, half time, lads. Like, I want to talk about this. I want to talk. It's not even half time in your thing. Why are you clapping as if
no, it's gone. It's gone. The whistle's blown.
But yeah, I think the three in midfield for Argentina have started bossing and they're taking far more care of the ball, it seems, than the Brazil, and we spoke about the Brazil pair in midfield are brutal, really. I mean, Casemiro and Fred, loads of energy, press you all day and night, but in terms of quality in the ball, you're not going to be a Paredes and DePaul.
I was going to say, are they being too cautious? But they've been this way. T-Day's been this way all along, hasn't he? It's not like that they're trying to counter Argentina here. I think he's been a bit of not a coward, but what they see in Fred. I don't mean to keep going on him because it sounds like they're just bashing Manchester United players. But what he sees in him, he's fucking brutal. And Fred was a decent player at Shakhtar, right? And he needed the right move. And he did. What is Avi doing there?
I don't know. And he's not even gone on mute.
He turns his thing off and keeps it on sound. Might as well have kept the whole thing on. But yeah, he was a good player at Shakhtar. Had the wrong move and just has stagnated. And why that gets rewarded with leading runs in the team is beyond me. But look, it is what it is. We'll keep. He's being fresh.
Exactly. Look, I'm not one of these.
My camera seems to be playing up. Sorry, 1 minute. My camera.
Sorry, you can go on mute and sort your life out. It's not a problem. You don't need to keep talking. Like when things like that happen, you put on mute and you go and sort your life out.
Well, I'm going to get some snacks and some a drink of Coke. Okay, I'll be back. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, walk away.
Yeah, no one asked.
But with regards to a lot of people probably haven't seen me on shows and all that, and I love all the old players and I love all the 60s and 70s, and Grizz isn't too fond on anything from his youth like that, but I enjoy watching. I read books about Argentinian football and all that. So if you're looking for a player, right, that was a great left back that nobody will have heard of, probably. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Look up Silvio Marzolini. He played for Boca Juniors in the 60s and Argentina. He played in the 66 World Cup against England when Rattan got sent off. England, very blatant, scandalous decision, really. And Marzolini was the left back. He was a great player. Boca Juniors legend. Google them, read about them. That's where we learn about all these players. I'm not claiming to have seen these guys playing, but you can see a lot of footage of them and you can make your mind up on what type of player they were, because you can be oversaturated with football now. You see too much. Do you know what I mean? You see too much.
You don't get me wrong. My love, sort of, in terms of, obviously I wasn't around then. People may think I was around, but my love affair with Brazil, especially, came around the Socrates era. So you talk about players that played the game completely differently.
Yeah.
Totally different rhythm, totally different pace, totally different levels of energy. And it was almost how they talk about sort of the enjoyment and sort of taking so much care of the ball, which you just don't see anymore, do you?
Yeah.
Well, you see it from Pep Guardiola teams. Let's say how it is. He sort of coaches that in every team that he's in. absolutely treating the ball like it's the most amazing thing to you and you love it. And that's what those teams did. Some of those players, some of those teams, you know, that's why I grew up sort of, that became like sort of 82 team. Like how good was that? But, you know, flopped.
Yeah.
You know, totally flopped. But as in terms of, you look through that team, and obviously you probably can name, you can top of your head name most of them.
The Brazil 82 team.
Yeah,
it was outrageous. Like, so you've got Socrates and you've got Zico, and if you think of that, they're two of the greatest players of all time, and they were in that team. But you've also got Falcao, of Roma, was a great player. You've got Junior, the fullback. You've got so many of them. But they went in with Serginho was the centre forward that year, and he had a fucking nightmare. He was brutal. And he got the blame for it. He took the stick for how this team, because they were regarded as the greatest team of all time, and they were going into this World Cup. And if you think the Brazil 70 team is the, up until Barcelona, Pep Guardiola's Barcelona, I think the Brazil 70 team were classed as, you know, the best team ever. And this was only 12 years after that. So Brazil had another generation of quality. Yeah, they were a great team, but Serginho let them down in it, and he got an awful bleeding time afterwards, you know, because Brazilians it's passionate soccer fans, you know, to the extent of over exuberance. You know, people's lives can get ruined by this. You know, if you have a bad tournament or you're at fault. Look at fucking Andres Escobar in the 94 World Cup. Poor fucker got shot. But it's crazy. You know, there's always a scapegoat. He was
another one. He was another one who was going to AC Milan. Andres Escobar straight after the '94 World Cup. Yeah. Very sad. What was that? Grizz? Oh, Tabico is here actually.
I was just gonna say anything that random that you tried to talk about in the middle of the. This is the time to talk about it.
What can't this lad do? Strong runner, progressive passer. Can't get the ball off him. Rodrigo de Paul. Come on.
He's a good player. Yeah, he's a good player. He's a player that we've, you know, it's funny, like, because Rodrigo de Paul was linked with Liverpool tenuously early on in the summer, and, you know, not a lot of people maybe knew about him and maybe dismissed him, you know. He plays for Udinese. What is he? And then you see him. He's a great player, you know, and you'll see more of him now when he's gone to Atletico Madrid and he's playing in that system. He looks ready-made for a Simeone team, you know. So
I still got a feeling Simeone will stifle him, though.
I don't know if it's stifle him, Avi, but he'll make him more maybe tactically disciplined. You know, he probably will curb a bit of that creativity that he has, because people mightn't realise he is a very creative player, Rodrigo.
But this is why I'm really hoping we get the Saul one over the line. Because of that, what you spoke about, Keith, in terms of Diego Simeone, he spent a few years under his stewardship. So he shouldn't lose his natural ability, but he should have also gained some serious tactical nous under that manager and discipline. And if you think about it, that's a Klopp type central midfielder, right?
It's ready-made. Yeah, it looks like it's...
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Rodrigo de Paul, I think it's a lot of fans' frustration and clamour to sort of their favourite. We were never, ever in for Rodrigo de Paul, so there was no point. It's just a matter of getting yourself frustrated, like, how do you say? I forgot his brother's name. Tabico
Nkomo.
Tabico, you know, he used to message me regularly, like on every tweet, like De Paul. And I didn't want to sort of upset him every time he messaged. I said, look, there's absolutely nothing in De Paul. Like, we've only made an inquiry on him. So,
guys, just a super chat before we go from Geordie T. Thank you for the super chat. Just want to get your lad's opinion on this. If R9 hadn't had the injuries, he would have been the greatest player of all time over Messi and CR7.
I think you would. Well, CR7 doesn't get near the conversation for me. I think you've got the three. You've got Messi is the greatest of all time, in my opinion. I'm not telling people what to think. So by me saying it, Ronaldo doesn't get into that conversation. In my opinion, Messi, Maradona, and Pele are on a different level to everybody else. So they're the three greats. But Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, would have been on that and would have been possibly the greatest of all time. I think Messi was still, you know, Messi's an alien. I think Ronaldo, if he hadn't got he still had a great career with the injuries. If he hadn't got the injuries, God knows what he would have done, because he's called El Fenomeno, and he's called that for a reason. You know, this guy went into Serie A at 19, 20, whatever he was, and he was putting fellas on their arse for fun. Like, he was unbelievable. And if you go back and watch his year at Barcelona, Jesus Christ, he was
46 in what, 49 games under Bobby, wasn't it? Bobby Robson.
Bobby Robson, it was. He brought him from PSV with him, wasn't it? And
but yeah, De La Pena behind him though.
Him and De La Pena. He says it. I think he says it to this day. De La Pena is the best player he ever played with. You know, which tells you how good fucking De La Pena was. Lads, I'm just going to get a drink, so hold on a sec. I'm just going to pop it over for a sec.
Yeah, I'm just going to get a drink as well, Avi. Take over.
Oh, here we go. These are nightmare now. Right, guys. I hope my volume's working. I've got my drink. I've got my chips. George Best is up there, in my opinion, as well. We'll put that question to Keith. George Best was 100% a talent. A lot of Saul questions coming up. We can ask Grizz maybe about Saul Grizz. Cyan Deb. For me, Maradona, Messi, R9, Pele, and CR7. De La Pena, brilliant player. I don't think De La Pena suited the Italian Serie A, though. Shouldn't have gone to Lazio for me. But he's a cracking player. We can ask Keith this question as well, because Keith knows about Ivan De La Pena. Keith actually looks like De La Pena, to be honest, without the beard. Abby Boy alone, Del and Del Boy, how's it going? Hope you're well, fella. Keith. There was a question, was it De La Pena? Some guy said De La Pena was still bossing things for España. I don't think De La Pena should have gone to Italy. I know he probably had no choice, but that Lazio move just didn't work out for him.
It didn't make sense at all at the time, Avi, did it? There was a lot of money in Italy, you know, and
it was a £30 million, I think, what is it? £30 million move at the time.
Yeah, it was, you know, the Italians had they had a lot of clout and a lot of pull, and teams like Lazio and all could do that, but it just didn't suit him. He was such a good player, and you put a thing up about him there last year or a while ago, and I went down a rabbit hole watching De La Pena stuff, and you forget how good he was. He's so underrated. People should look up De La Pena. Like, if Ronaldo or Noine is saying he's the best player he's played with, this fella is serious talent.
He certainly was. That Barca team, though, under Robson, they won the Cup Winners' Cup that season as well. They did a domestic double or treble, was it? Did they do? Yeah,
they done well. Hold on. Ask Keith where would Best be in his all times. Yeah, George Best. Yeah, George Best was a great player. You can't say he's a great player, but the drink and the womanizing, and then at the same time praise Maradona, who was on the bleeding yayo and playing and womanizing. So a different time, different era. George Best, if he'd have played, and George Best was very young, people forget that, in the 68 European Cup final, George Best wasn't, he's a young guy. He plays into the 70s. He's more or less retired by about 26. And he was an amazing player. People who I know, who I respect, whose opinions, who've seen him play, tell you, like, this fella was out of this world, because he could do things with the ball and people couldn't get it off him. Do you know what I mean? And that was when you could kick the shit out of people. If you can kick lumps out of these and you can't get the ball off them, it's a special player. Diego was the same in the 80s.
Keith, I want to ask you this question, and I don't know what it is, and I probably haven't Googled it ever. There was a lot of influx of players in the 80s, probably late 70s, early 80s, who were going off to America, like George Best went to America, Rodney Marsh.
Yeah.
He had a stint in America, Pele. What was the reason for that? Is there any was there something behind it? Was it more money back in?
It was cash. Cash is king, yeah. Cash is king. I don't know who maybe bankrolled that at the time, but there was a lot of money. You look at like Franz Beckenbauer and Johan Cruyff, and fucking forget about Rodney Marsh and all. Like, look at Best and Pele and Beckenbauer and all these guys. But there was one guy, and an Argentinian fella, and I'm gonna have to Google his name because I can't think of it off the top of my head.
He was a baller for Belgium. Probably Belgium's first sort of superstar.
Enzo Schifo. He was. And that was it. The Belgian team in the 80s, you had Schifo and you had Jan Keulemans, and they were a great team. The Michel Prudhomme and goal. They were a good Belgium in the 80s and 90s.
Absolute magician.
Yeah. But there's a guy called Giorgio Chinaglia. He's an Italian. Played for Rome. Played for Lazio, and he went into the North American Soccer League back then, and he was the best striker in it. He was absolutely bouncing in goals, and you had all these top names in it. You know, you had your Bests and you had your Pelés and you had all these guys. There was some great talent, but it just fell on its arse and went bust, and that was it. Yeah. Now remember when the second half starts, you have to pause it, yeah.
Yeah. So do you guys want to pause it?
Grizz will have to pause it because he's ahead of me, and then I'm a little bit ahead of you. So Grizz will tell us when that's just about to kick off.
What's going on?
No. When you're ahead of us, Grizz, so when it's about to kick off, you pause it, and then I'll pause, and then we'll play when Avi is about to kick off. MC is another great point before we move on to that super chat. Keith, you remember Hungary against England and they changed the kit numbers? Yeah, that absolutely true. England were never beaten in Wembley. Hungary came in. Hungary were the best team in the world by a mile back then. Lost the World Cup final to Germany. Puskas and
lads, breaking news. Stop your history.
I'm talking about the 1954 Hungary team. Grizz.
Yeah, but this is very relevant topic. Go on, finish up. I'll let you finish.
Saul?
No, Bobby Firmino is on. We're talking about Copa America.
Yeah, I did call it. I said sooner or later he'll
Grizz,
come on.
Have you paused this now, Grizz? Yeah.
I'll pause it now.
Now pause it when they're about to kick off. Are they ticking off?
Let me know exactly when they kicked off, because that's exactly when I'll start.
Right, Avi, you tell us when they've kicked off.
I'll let you know when they kicked off.
And I'll pause it.
Neymar just doing his shoelaces. Hold on.
When they kick off, just tell me, Avi.
Yeah.
Yes. I know.
All right, that's it. So kicked off.
Is it kicked off, Avi? Yeah.
No, it's not kicked off. It's not kicked off yet, man.
Grizz. Pause yours right now, Grizz.
Yeah. So we're
about to say now.
He just booted it now.
44. I'm on 4509, 4510.
Keith, we are. But you know what it is? He actually, I asked him,
I'm 4510. No, you were shouting at me. 4510 I'm on. Okay, we're seeing. I'm 4520 now, yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing. Yeah, we're seeing. Same as me.
Grizz, where are you on?
Doesn't really matter. Don't worry about it. We carry on. We crack on.
If this is going to be Grizz not synced again, isn't it? He's going to be ahead of us again.
Well, I tried my best, and he shouted, yes, 3 times. Like.
So Fred got the curly finger, did he? Bladen. Actually, did he?
You know what? Did he? Does anyone
Someone's
know?
After saying,
Fred came off.
McGlinchey saying Fred came off. So what the fuck are you doing here?
So what?
Paqueta drops in, yeah, but
Paqueta drops in, and
is that going to benefit? Maybe I suppose they probably think they need to get the ball and use it in the midfield, because Argentina are dominating them in there. So,
Ali, I'm trying to answer Alié because he's absolute nonsense now all the time. Alié, we did see the video of Konate, and yes, it was an amazing video, brilliant unveiling of him and whatnot. So yeah, brilliant.
It was good.
Nope, I am on Coca-Cola today. Coca-Cola, Mexican Coca-Cola. Absolutely amazing. I don't think these boys get it back home. But yeah. So Messi's taking the free kick, Grizz. Am I right?
No, I've got Argentina with the ball under control at the back at the moment here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're synced in.
We'll know when we get to an incident or something.
Yeah, as soon as Grizz cheers or shout, gets excited, and we have Argentina playing around at the back.
Start, but then I thought I look like an idiot because I was the only one doing it. So
no, you're all right, Grizz. You're natural, you're real.
Got a feeling Martinez will score.
Do you know what? This is definitely going to open the game up, because Paqueta, who's this trying to get him on the outside? Some pace there.
That's Martinez. No, he's offside.
Offside.
Grizz, can you pause literally for 2 seconds because you're ahead of us?
Yeah, of course I can.
So we're currently looking at Neymar here, yeah? Now, the ball's gone down for Paqueta, played it back.
Yeah. Now, Loda's got it. Yeah, that's fine.
I think we're actually spot on now, because Loda just had it as well. But I was going to say...
Oh, we missed a super chat. Sorry, guys. From Jordy T. No, I'll let you guys watch. I'll take control.
That's a good ball down the line. Is that Richarlison? Oh, that's a foul, surely.
Thanks, Jordy T, for the super chat again. Agree with you. My three is Maradona, Messi, Baggio. Roberto Baggio, I presume, not Luigi Di Baggio.
Dino Baggio was a great player. Dino Baggio was a great fucking player as well.
Palmer,
very
wasn't
underrated.
he, Keith?
Parma, yeah, and Blackburn. But that was an era when Italy would pull out midfielders from nowhere. You know, Albertini, fucking great player, very underrated. One of my favourites from that era. Dino Baggio was a great player, but he'd always go into tournaments and he'd have a new midfield player. You know, Tomasi, Damiano Tomasi would come out of nowhere and he'd be a big player. Simone Perotta, like they'd always pull these midfielders out.
Workhorses, Keith. Workhorses.
Yeah, but they were ball players as well. Yeah, they were ball players as well.
I remember Argentina.
Di Maria's got Lodi on toast here.
Lodi. Who's Lodi?
Yeah.
Lodi. Oh, I do like DePaul. I like the look of DePaul. Powerful as well.
He's tidy, isn't he? He's tidy.
He is. Yeah, he is. He's tidy. He's strong. He's. I just think he lacks something.
Albertini was a beautiful player for Milan. He went to Barca, strangely enough. I don't know why, but yeah, played bigger than he was. Good shout, Roberto Donadoni. Oh, great player again for Milan. That Milan team of the early 90s.
Yeah, well, Jesus, one of the best.
But they were, Capello.
You can't compare them to a Barcelona under Guardiola because it was just pure beauty sort of stuff under Guardiola, whereas that Milan team was a lot of attrition in there. Do you know what I mean? It was just so good. There was a machine that just fucking tore teams apart.
Massara up top, wasn't it? Massara, Boban, yeah.
Boban, you'd fucking obviously then you've the two forms where you had the Hulle, Van Basten, Rijkaard, but that moves on and they're Savicevic, fucking Albertini, like Desailly and all of that. Great players. Papan came in and done nothing really, and he was European football already.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I tell you, this is going to turn into a really brilliant second half.
It's not been a feisty one, really, though, has it?
I don't know what game you've been watching.
It's been feisty,
Just as I say, commentators curse that. It's just as I say that.
It's not commentators curse. We've been telling you that the challenge has been flying in the first 20 minutes from the start. So, what game was you watching? Or was you watching basketball?
Well, I'm missing super chats here. I'm missing comments.
Well, why didn't you get me?
No, I've given up on him. What have you given up on me for?
No, he's right. He's right, and that's someone who knows you very well.
You see, Lesolso again. That's what they've done. Even against Colombia, they stood up against the Colombian. Colombians were dirty on Thursday. They were absolutely awful.
Apparently, Firmino on for Paqueta, guys.
Fred's still in, is he?
No, it's Fred's off. Fred's off here on live.
Fred's off. There's Paqueta up there. There's Paqueta.
So someone's wrong then.
Yeah.
Chris, what game are you watching?
He's on for Fred. Yeah, sorry, he's on Fred. No, I said if someone said in the chat.
Before Avo saying that Argentina are stinking it up a bit now, and look, I think Brazil are just maybe going at them a bit. Start of the second half, they're similar to the first half. I thought Brazil started off better, but Argentina,
it's been poor.
Lautaro,
he's not done it yet. Well, I've got a feeling that he will score though. I don't know why.
He'll get the bleeding hook if he doesn't, because they'll bring in Aguero or they'll bring in who's Aguero?
Angel Correa,
Aguero's on there. Angel Correa. They don't really look at Correa as a centre forward, do they? He's more
Papu. Good old Papu.
Papu, yeah, again, not a centre forward.
Is offside?
Goal. Offside. Yeah. Is he offside? Hate that.
They're going to double check now. I'm sure he is if he's reacting like that. If he wasn't, he would have totally.
The linesman who has a look at Juninho Pernambucano has that flag up.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah, he's offside.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's offside.
He looks offside, yeah, but it could be the slave again.
No, Keith, it was more than a sleeve. More than a sleeve this time. Yeah, but they're back in the game, which you expected.
I mean, this was always going to be a cagey affair, you know what I mean? It was never going to be an arse whipping. I think Brazil, as we've said, they're not built maybe as an attacking team. It's Neymar is the creativity and that's it. Everything else is workmanlike. And the Argentina team as well, it's a good workmanlike team with the front three are a bit more, I think, creative. Even though Lautaro hasn't done it in this, Di Maria has been excellent and Messi is always a threat. So
Do you know? It's even though they've had Argentina, who's coming off? This is
This is Guido Rodriguez going to come on here, and Guido Rodriguez is a good
So I'm not aware of this player.
Plays for Betis. Okay. He's a defensive sort of midfield player, but he's a good tough player. He's played a few of the games so far. He's
up top as well with Messi and who was the early stages when they played? Was it Ecuador they played? He started the game. Guido Rodriguez. Guido.
Yeah.
Kevin put a great shot here. Robert Prosinecki. But
that Yugoslavia team of the
he's there. Great save. Good save. Straight
at him.
Yeah,
great save. At him. Richarlison.
Donkey pissed that.
I think he just went for power, didn't he?
Yeah.
There was Was that Neymar again? Beautiful.
It's always Neymar. Everything that's good about them is Neymar.
Yeah, good reactions. To be fair to him, actually, I said it was straight at him, which it possibly was, but it still needed reaction.
Yeah, he's a good keeper. That's what I mean. I think he has a good. I jinxed him in the first half, and I said it, but I just think he's a really good. It's something that Argentina always lack, in my opinion, in tournaments. Is a weak keeper, and that spreads into a defense that becomes panicked, which goes into a midfield. Whereas this is a lot more solid.
What this has done now is brought. With them bringing Bobby on, what it's done is Neymar's got a more of a free role now to reign all over the place, go and collect the ball from everywhere without it taking away from the numbers in attack, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting now.
Yeah, really it's Paquete goes back to the middle and then Neymar drops into the hole.
Come on, you got to play that Bobby. Is that Bobby lads?
Yeah.
That played that poor pass to
19,
Carlson,
There we go. Is that onside? There we go. No penalty dive.
No, it wasn't Bobby. That wasn't Bobby.
Play that ball out to Richarlison.
No, it was fucking Everton, I think. Number 19, wasn't it?
Neymar didn't have to dive there.
And this is what Neymar, he gets up and he acts like he's all bleeding. You know, just play away. You know, you dive, you get called out for it. Just get on.
Was that offside?
And maybe he didn't dive, you know, and that's the thing. We accused him of diving. Yeah, he's just off there, didn't he?
I don't know, man.
It looked well off, in fairness. But look at Neymar, what's the contact there? Because it looked like he just went down. He throws his body into him and just goes down.
Come on, boys.
Yeah, he's getting more animated here. He's going to get animated, isn't he, TT?
Yeah. Deserves it for bleeding picking that scabby team that you put out there. But it looks like Nico Gonzalez was told to warm up as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if Lautaro got the hook soon enough. But
I think it has been Nico Rodriguez who's been playing in the front three.
Guido Rodriguez is the midfield player. Yeah, Nico has played.
The way Messi gets out of that stuff.
It's ridiculous, you know. It's ridiculous. Three players can be around him and he just gets out. And he does it all the time. It's second nature to him, you know. You see that and you don't even think of it now because it's just Messi. You know, it's what he does.
Did you see that, Avi, what just happened there with Messi?
Yeah, you got pulled down.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
I'm getting DMs for Tokyo Olympics football. Please cover it. Like,
why? Okay, can you?
Renaz.
Can someone explain to me why Avi's checking his DMs on the Copa America?
People want us to do. Look, I'm here hosting. Yeah, let me do the comments and hosting.
Exactly. So why are you checking your DMs?
Because Grizz, I've never had more than 5 DMs like this. Look, Tokyo football. Please cover it. Please cover it.
Why are you checking your DMs? I just asked you a simple question. Why are you checking it?
Renaz must be on the chat as well.
Unbelievable.
What name I'm gonna
have words with bosses. I'm gonna have to have words with the bosses here.
Neymar and DePaul seem to be having this little tiff.
Yeah, looked to be a little rake there on him. I thought there was nothing in it. I thought Neymar just threw a hand into him and DePaul overreacted, but it looks like he threw his fingers in as well.
They're gonna get that, man. They're gonna get.
He looks like a unit there, DePaul. He looks like a unit.
Yeah, they're just showing the goal.
Yeah. Look, it's well off. Yeah, well off.
Look at this. Who is this guy, Sean? With an emoji like that. Jesus. Kieran Thorne dropping Rodrigo Seni in here.
Rodrigo Seni. It's a ridiculous record, isn't he, for Bladen scoring goals?
I couldn't believe Juninho's Parambacanana, whatever his name was. His free kick percentage, 66%.
Wow. You didn't know that?
Not 66%. Come on, that's
outrageously
high. That's outrageously
high. Fucker had hit them from 35, 40 yards as well. It wasn't like these were all edge of the box ones. These were Bladen
bending and swerving with those floater balls as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's the way you strike. I'm not sure. It'd be interesting if anyone knows if Cristiano Ronaldo's ever referenced his striking of the ball, and if he modelled it on, or he was aware of Juninho's.
I'd say if he said that, Juninho would have laid took out a super injunction from never to say it again, because Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the worst free kick takers I've ever seen playing football.
But Keith, what I meant was he was one of the first ones since Juninho
doing that sort of knuckly ball. Drogba was great at those as well. Drogba used to play.
I tell you who's really good at those kind of free kicks as well.
David Luiz.
Calhanoglu.
Yeah, Calhanoglu was
That's it, Calhanoglu.
Absolutely.
He can float them as well.
Yeah.
He's gone to Inter as well, isn't he, from Milan?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Free transfer.
I don't understand.
Yeah, but again,
he was a busted flush. Yeah, he was a busted flush, and then he went to Milan and done nothing. And then only in the last season, it was only really when Pioli went in there that he got it back. So if you buy him, are you buying, a player that's been on, that might have suited the system, as Avi said there, and let's say for the Liverpool, he comes to England and just doesn't settle. I know you're not paying a fee, but it's still taking up a space. He'd be a big player for you.
Keith, how much did you pay for that top?
For what?
That top.
Me top. This wasn't expensive. I got it on about €30.
I need to get that website that you keep telling me about.
M&M Direct. Yeah, they always come out with good stuff. They all the Brazilian kits, all the Brazilian jerseys. I have Santos and Grêmio that I got off them. 30 knicker as well.
If there's enough requests and this watch along thing, I'm going to start wearing the tops of the teams that were.
There you go.
I like the Paul. Battler, man. Absolute battler.
He's a battler, yeah, and he's a grafter, and he has that bit of quality about him as well.
I don't know an Argentina that's not got those qualities. Do you?
Yeah. No, true.
I don't think of one. I'm trying to think of one.
I mean,
they may not have the talent or the technical ability of some of the Brazilians. Some.
Yeah.
But in terms of endeavor, tenacity,
they'll always have that, and a good ball players. They'll always be good with the ball. There was a period where they were a bit garbage in midfield, and they were bringing in players like I'm trying to think. It was around the Maradona era, I think, or maybe a bit after that. They were going in with fucking all Vinicius sorts of players. Yeah, Vinicius looks Vinicius like Junior. Now. Very attacking. He's thrown on all these attacking things early, and if Argentina weather this. And if they can get a foothold in the game, Argentina could do some damage.
Gargo's another one, Keith. Fernando
Gargo was a great
player. By injuries, but such a
killed.
Player to watch.
He was a great. Him and Higuain, one that went to Real together. Double swoop. But they had so many good.
You went
good
midfield. You checked for the dog in the garden.
No, I'm watching it. That one's quicker by 11 seconds. Messi hasn't got going either, guys.
He's been on the periphery. Yeah, he's on the periphery.
Yeah.
The front three hasn't really.
Who the fuck's going off here? Oh, Lautaro, is it?
Do you remember that player who played for Middlesbrough? Marinelli? Was it Marinelli? Argentinian. Someone Google it, please.
Oh, Tagliafico on for.
I
So what's happening here? Hold on.
Do you remember Marinelli?
Hold on, yeah, he's right, Keith. He's right, Avi. Shut up. Hold on, let's try to work out and try to give.
Lo Celso's off for Tagliafico, right? So I'd say
Vinicius Junior for Everton.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're trying to work out what's happened and give an overview, and you're fucking.
I would say
Marinelli from Middlesbrough.
Here he is.
Taliafico's on for Lo Celso. So I'd say Acuna will go into midfield now and Taliafico to left back. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
I can't see them changing the shape, but I don't know why they fucking would.
Laudo's
having. Oh, that's Silva. Jesus, I thought that was Laudo. I was going to. What's Ederson doing there? It's about bleeding 10 yards out.
Suggesting they may go to a back five. We'll have a look in a minute.
But I don't know why that. How that like Acuna's a midfield player. Acuna is a midfielder. Yeah, a bit spicy that.
Yeah, but they do that. Yeah, Burushaga, I wasn't a fan. He was a good player, but we go Messi. Still Messi.
Burushaga has the goal, but
is that penalty? No. He didn't touch him.
Well, really? VAR will sort that out.
They're on the breakaway, though. They're on the breakaway. No,
they're not. No,
good
work. Relax your knickers. I'll let you know if they're on the breakaway. Yeah, you just watch your dog.
But that's all it will take from Messi.
VAR check on the
Neymar,
penalty. VAR check on the penalty, guys.
Neymar and Messi just need that one little thing
to happen for them. Exactly.
They can be quiet for 70, 80 minutes and just...
Spot on. That's why, you're never out of it with those kind of players in your team.
And it's why as well fans get frustrated if you have a player like that and they get taken off with 10 minutes to go. A Salah or whatever, and if they're not doing it because they do have the ability to do something.
Shout out to your Keith. Shout out to your right back Argentinian one that you spoke about before the game. I think he's had a very solid game.
He's quality. Yeah. He was on a Bosman from River Plate, and I was all over Liverpool bringing him in. Now he did sign an extension.
Impressed with him against Colombia though. I thought he was awful.
Yeah, players can have off days.
Avi, what snacks you eating? Because I'm getting hungry.
I've had these sort of crisps, like Indian style crisps. There's some Indian masala crisps. They're quite nice.
I love that shit. They're
from the local Indian store. But yeah, that's what I'm eating, guys. Look at this.
Yeah, tell us about this local Indian store in the middle of California.
No, we're watching the game now. It's concentrating on the game. I don't want to give them free advertisement. So.
Yeah, can you talk to them, please, about sponsorship?
Yeah. Kanija, another one. Didn't he ended up at Dundee? Didn't he? All of a sudden,
Rangers. He was.
Then got moved to Rangers. Yeah.
Kanija was one of them. Yeah, he was a mad fucker. He was banned for the coke as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. Or was that a foul? Was that really a foul on Di Maria? Was that Messi? It's
Messi.
I think Kanija got he missed the 94-98 and then gets back into the 2002 World Cup.
I tell you, the pressure on the referee with these players is ridiculous, right, lads? How can you keep going at the ref like this without any retribution? You've got to have.
That's a bad foul. Actually, he chose the leg out.
I don't know, Keith.
I chose the leg out. See at the end there, he catches him on the knee.
Yeah, but it's not a bad one. It's
it's when you get the knee, they clash on the knee. It's a bad sort of. It's a bad one to take.
I'll tell you what, Di Maria's
he's fucking deadly, isn't he?
Oh, he's playing brilliant. The way they're finding each other. You can see Brazil giving a penalty away.
That pass by Di Maria there, he done it a minute ago as well. It fizzes them in. You know what I mean? From the angle, he fizzes them into the blade.
The link-up play between Di Maria and Messi is something to behold.
Yeah.
Look at this pressing. Look at this pressing.
The same thing. Rugged bulldogs. Absolute bulldogs.
But now, and you can see the same as the first half. Argentina's pressing got involved and they overran the midfield.
Magical, Neymar. Magical.
What's magical about that? He just went across and got fouled. There's nothing magical about that. He didn't do it. Come on.
But you keep
glamorizing over something that was obvious.
Let me fill in Keith with the lingo. But means kiddo. So when you say kiddo. So if you knew anything about the game, you realize when you just called Rodrigo de Paul a unit, a monster, fierce. So he's just waltzed past him on the touchline, and you're saying what's so special about that? Come on.
There wasn't nothing special skill. There wasn't a wow skill. It wasn't a guapa moment. It wasn't a guapa moment, was it?
No, it's not a guapa. It doesn't have to be a guapa moment.
No, but you're saying,
football men don't look for guapa moments. Remember that. They look for effective moments.
Oh, God. These theatrics by Brazil don't have. Look at
both teams.
Shit face.
Both teams.
Tagliafico's a weird one, Keith.
He's a weird one. Probably go on. We've got Kiss G. Can the Irish guy say he'll do nothing and what's our position? So I'm assuming that you'll do nothing, a Conor McGregor type of thing. And we'll have Conor for the fight. Go on. I don't fancy him to win it. I think he's a bit of a busted flush now, but we'll still support the Irish. I won't stay up to watch it now, in fairness, but
everyone's talking about, Butcher suits you, so but Avi won't bring that up on the chat because I done his.
Deshaun doesn't like me, so look, I'll put his post up. I've got no hard feelings. Grizz knows, trust me. Butcher. So many. Ortega, the head button bander. So that's all I remember him for. He was actually a good player, but again, got dubbed the next. Maradona.
He was killed by that. He was a great player, Ortega. He was sensational.
Sampdoria too, no? Parma?
Yeah, Sampdoria. Parma. He played with definitely Sampdoria. Valencia, I think he was with as well, wasn't he? He was a great
Gonzalez,
Killy Gonzalez, Claudio Lopez. They produced
Claudio
a few.
Lopez, yeah. Claudio.
A lot of niggly fouls now.
Yeah, loads of niggles here, and anything around the box, they're going to look for penalties.
Absolutely, I was just going to say that. Every time they get touched, they're going to go down. Now it's got to be
Walmart MC. It's got to be Walmart all the time. It's these two big stores out in America, guys.
Oh, okay.
Target, Walmart. I like Walmart.
I've heard of Walmart, but I haven't heard of Target.
Target's pretty good. Target do all sorts.
I've never seen Target, and I've been in America a few places. I've never seen Target, but my son watches YouTube all the time, and he talks about Target. Where the fuck do you hear about that?
Who's that? Lodi finally getting a frustration, probably.
Yeah.
It's frustration.
Lodi.
I tell you what, though, the Scaloni, Aima, and Walter Samuel, who are part of that backroom staff, they've got a good thing going here.
Yeah, they have.
They've got a very good thing going. They look solid. They've got a shape.
They're solid and they're creative. Even though this isn't creative, I don't think the match, I think the way the match is panning out, I think they just need to be solid and hope for that little bit. They've got the goal, but hope for something to drop. If they can get the control back in the midfield, I think Brazil could run out puff.
They haven't. Yeah, Argentina haven't got that control in midfield again.
I really thought.
Can I just? That's all right.
No, carry on. You want something butting in then? Look, they got 2 balls on the pitch now. What's going on? 2 balls on the pitch now.
Yeah, 1 gone.
Yeah, it's not that much of a drama. Have you what happened? You nearly had a seizure there.
Were you that excited when it happened in the England game the other night when England scored? When there was 2 balls on the pitch when they got that penalty?
No comment. Keith, I thought Sampioli, he was very harshly treated by these.
He's a bit of a madman, wasn't he? See, what happened with Sampaoli was
great
defending. What happened with Sampaoli was in that World Cup, Messi started doing the team talks, and that was the end of him. He played and cut his balls off. He neutered them there and then. And if your manager's not giving you inspirational team talks, forget about it.
I'll tell you what, Neymar again. See, now Bobby's claiming a foul there, and it's true. He was barged off the ball there before the ball ran.
And the ref is looking straight, really, are they?
Who's coming on now?
Gabby's coming on.
Gabby Gold, who's...
Emerson Royale, is it? Yeah, Emerson, the right back, isn't he?
Yeah. See, again, Gabby Gold, he's been around Europe now, just hasn't done it, goes back to Brazil scoring goals and gets a call up again. Absolute nonsense.
Yeah, but he's banging in goals in Brazil, and he's one of them that he just went too early, too big a move for him to go to Inter, and he went back and he's tearing it up since he's gone back. I like Gabby Gold. I think he's good.
This is just...
I do like referees. They do let the game go a little bit, though. They do let it flow as much as possible.
They've tried to, but there's a yellow card there for Paqueta.
But you know what? They were right to get a Uruguayan ref in on this because, if they brought in a Paraguay or a Bolivian ref or a Venezuelan, they may have been influenced or maybe not as handled it, whereas the Uruguayans, there's a rivalry with Brazil and Uruguay, Argentina and Uruguay. And he just looks to be strong enough to sort of manage it without being influenced or without being sort of favour one team or the other.
And just to confirm, the referee is Esteban Oistich from Uruguay. And just to confirm, guys, they are playing at the Stadio de Maracana today.
Like 20 minutes to go. Thanks, pal.
I'll find his name now.
And the stadium.
Oh, that's a nice crunchy one from Di Maria, isn't it?
Di Maria, ball or something more sinister there.
Love it. Nothing. It's on. Who's that? That Vinicius, is it?
Play on.
Get up.
Just gave the foul and play on. Oh, now tell me that's normal what he just done there, Neymar. He's lost the ball, but...
Oh, but tell you what was normal, that he leapt like a salmon when he lost the ball at the end of it.
That he's diving like so slow.
Let's see what Messi does on the other side.
No, that's poor again.
That's a dive.
Keith, he's done it again.
Guys, brilliant refereeing here. I'm telling you.
He's not getting involved. Yeah, he's not getting involved.
I'm telling you, he's not. This is brilliant refereeing so far.
Well, he's on tune for dishing out another yellow card because he's on 6 at the moment.
He's going for it. Oh.
Some of them, but there could have been more. Another ref could have spoiled this game with a.
Yeah, no, that's a good point actually. Like, because we mentioned that he averages 7 a game and is a bit card happy, and he's on 6 already, and he's letting things go. He's letting it flow. He's not.
Di Maria's coming a little bit now. Di Maria's coming a little bit now.
It's one of the games. It's one of those games. And what a turn! Who's that?
Paqueta. Yeah,
I like Paqueta.
The pass.
Romero, though. Look at Romero. Romero again, though, Grizz there. Come on.
And look at Romero's on his bike now. Look.
What a ball! Oh, brilliant, Gilberto. I think it was. No, it wasn't.
Otamendi's done well as well, guys. Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, now give him his dues.
After the start, when he looked a bit of a madman and he was diving into every blatant foul, but he settled in well, especially now because Brazil are looking for it. And we haven't mentioned them.
Our very own Shawnee Lawson in the chat saying Di Maria is very underrated, doesn't get the love. We spoke about that earlier, yeah, bro.
We've given him the love today.
That's exactly what we said,
He's excellent. Excellent player.
Oh, there's your right back again, son. There's your right back again.
Fair play.
I tell you, you've got an eye for a player, Quito.
He's a good player, he is, man.
Yeah, you get the Grizz seal of approval.
And as Avi said, he was poor in other games, but
where it matters, though, Keith. I
think if a player that's good and has a good game, you can.
You're onside. Oh, last minute tackle there. Otherwise, Di Maria was off there.
Yeah.
As in off on his bike through.
Yeah.
A little bit of panic here from TJ, making 2 changes.
How long left on the clock, lads?
There's 15 left, Grizz. 15 left.
Oh, this is massive. 50. Well, that's one of those.
Can someone tell me in the comments if the UFC prelims have started or if we're in the main card? Thank you.
So Renan Lodi has gone off for Emerson. And I'd imagine it's going to be Everton, is it? Or who's this going off? Paqueta, is it?
Yeah, you got that yellow card and getting a bit heated in that midfield, so maybe for that reason.
He's not got a very good engine either.
I tell you what, Gabby's got a magnificent beard, lads.
Yeah, it's a wonderful beard, isn't it?
He's done a cutthroat job, Grizz. Pure cutthroat there, or you think he's done a razor job there?
I don't know what cutthroat is.
Like proper like Shahzada style, proper
the
sharp.
Open blading.
The ones they do like when you go to Pakistan, you go to those blade. Like those DIY barber shops and they do it with a proper knife and the little blade.
I wouldn't know, mate.
You probably haven't been to Pakistan since.
I wouldn't know.
Nah, it's a top beard. Top beard. But looking at it now, so Brazil have gone very top heavy here.
They kind of got to keep
like
I'm gonna call you Cav, and you would have not been happy with that.
But is Neymar dropping into a 2 here beside Casemiro or what? Because they've got now Neymar, Bobby, Everton, Gabigol.
Yeah. So basically Neymar has got a just total free role. So he hasn't got a role per se, kind of thing, if you know what I mean.
Does he ever have a role? Does he ever have a role in any team?
He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to do the defensive side of it, Grizz, because they've got Richarlison.
Well, you know they've got doing that. They've got our Bobby doing that, isn't he?
Three subs warming up, guys, for Argentina. 3.
There we go. Oh, great defending again.
Penalty. Absolutely.
Brilliant refereeing again.
Yeah.
He knew what the attacker was looking for.
Exactly.
And he didn't buy it. Brilliant refereeing again.
You don't see enough of that. You see them falling for the shit, like diving into it, throwing themselves into it. It's like the Danny Welbeck with fucking Andy Robertson incident when Robertson's not looking and he's kicking it.
Exactly what the attacker was. Yeah. He read the game, and that's what officials don't do. He read the game there.
Yeah. Otamendi giving him jip. Love it.
Nice one, AJ. Thank you. Done. 3 subs coming on, guys.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to follow this referee, man. He's brilliant.
Yeah, he's getting a folly, is he, on Twitter?
Yeah.
Try to get him on Carnage, Grizz, for next Thursday.
Hold on, let's have a look again. Brilliant refereeing. What a good decision. Usually I'll give him about 24 to 48 hours to follow back. Otherwise, I'll block him.
Yeah. Blocked immediately.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
they're all coming on now, lads.
So here we go now. So what we got? German Pazzella, the centre back, is it coming in here? We've got.
German Pazzella's coming for Christian Romero. He must be carrying an injury.
Yeah.
Kev, I normally agree with you, Kev, but seen pence given for that come up.
Well, no, I get what he's saying. You do see them given for that now, but it's not a penalty, and it shouldn't be a penalty. Do you know what I mean?
Martinez coming off.
I tell you guys,
Gonzalez going on.
Guys, we've had this season where we've discussed referees. Like, do you remember last season, Keith? All our shows were about fucking officials. I tell you what, the referee has been excellent this game.
So Martinez up for Nicholas Gonzalez, Grizz.
It's pretty much the most difficult game to referee in world football, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's like those South American games, if you even like the River Plate Boca Juniors, the Super Classico, trying to referee them is a fucking nightmare. But look, Ezequiel Palacios has come on there for Di Maria. He's a centre mid. He's in my opinion, one of the best young Argentinian midfielders around. So hopefully he can do something in here.
Do something.
I haven't seen any Brazilian out there in that corner.
Oh, there we go. Great run that.
No, nothing.
Oh, was that Debbie go fluffing at the end? Oh no. Yeah, that's a nice.
That's a very impressive. The fade. It's all about the fade up.
In fairness, he lets himself down with the hair because his hairstyle is poxy there.
Come on, that's a short fringe, short around the sides. Keith, come on.
Nah, he has to do his whole fade. And from a man with a head like this to be criticising someone else's hair, I know I'm on slippy ground here, but I think he needs to either go all the way around or, do something a bit more than that.
Show your haircut, because I know when I phoned you earlier, you was doing it yourself. So let's have a look.
I'm not going to turn around.
Go on, Avi.
I made a bit of a hash of it at the back. No, guys. No.
Oh, go on, man.
No. Who wants to see my hair? Come on, who wants to see my hair?
It's a slot. Come on, it's only a slot.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. He's out there. Otamendi, there you go. That's his 7 yellow cards, guys.
7 yellow. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Now they're all going down like flies. Look, there you go.
Yeah, he's just
Otamendi.
Brilliant.
So is that his first yellow card in the 80th minute or whatever?
Emerson, Vinicius there. Look at they're all getting involved.
Yeah.
Is that his first yellow card in the 80th minute?
It is.
His 6th, 7th challenge.
Yep.
Quality. He's done a Fernandinho there, hasn't he?
But you know what? He's been excellent so far.
Yes. Big Steve was right. Big Steve did give him a bit of a mention. Yeah. It's nice. You've got to take him out there, yeah.
Yeah, but that was inevitable. That wasn't. Fucking hell, he didn't hold back, though, did he?
What happened in the follow-up?
He just arms and legs. He made sure he didn't get past at all.
Little handbags.
Yeah, someone said, who needs Royal Rumble when we got it here? WWF right here, mate. Or WWE. Is it WWE these days?
It's WWE these days.
Another super chat, guys. I'm just going to
read the World Wildlife Fund wrecked it for them.
Yep.
Guys, for excitement purposes, I want a Brazil equalizer.
1 minute. Shut up, Chris. 1 minute. No. NBA, thank you for the super chat. Argentina have controlled this. Otamendi has been solid. He's not had his Lovren moment yet. Di Maria, man of the match, loving the watch along. Thank you very much,
Thank
NBA.
You very much,
absolutely, and we agree with everything you said there as well.
Thank you so much.
And I think it might be harsh calling it the Lovren moment. I think we can safely call it the Otamendi
there we
moment.
Go. There we go. Oh, what a great challenge again. Is that Otamendi again?
That was.
Was that Otamendi again?
Yep.
Was it Otamendi or was it Pazzella?
I'll tell you what. Brazil, I've had 3-4 situations. Chances.
Very resolute defending by Argentina, Yeah, where are these for?
No, come on.
Squeaky bum time for Scaloni and the boys now.
Or is it? Maybe Argentina are happy with this. Like I said, Brazil are very disjointed. Right, they're going to attack. But if Argentina can get a foot on it and go at them, There's not
This
many
is-
fucking.
This is the Scaloni that was at West Ham, wasn't it, Keith?
Defending.
Yeah.
FA Cup final against us.
Awful defending.
Oh, terrible. Yeah.
He did go with his wrong foot.
That's still a good finish, though. Come on.
That's a great finish. It's a Di Maria finish. He scored so many of them. Do you know what I mean?
He did score that Champions League final 2 against Atletico, didn't he?
He
Make it
scored
2-1.
so many goals like that in his career.
Shown there. De Paul is probably his best game today. And now he's taking off Paredes and Lo Celso. So
yeah. And look, De Paul is a player we're going to see an awful lot more of, you know, because he is going to be playing for a more high-profile club in Champions League and all. And he's going to go from strength to strength. But, you know, if we weren't in for him, there's no point in saying, why weren't we in for him? Do you know what I mean? It's similar to the Camavinga to Manchester United stuff that's going on. People are screaming, why aren't we going for Camavinga at that price? Well, if we're not interested in Camavinga, why would we be going for him just because he's going for a good price? You know, Liverpool will have their targets and will have their own list of players, and we'll go for how they find the right players. But they should
guys. No major tournament titles with Argentina in 9. So I think they're counting Messi's World Cup and Copa America appearances. So
he's had?
Yeah.
Messi's had no tournament wins with them. Yeah. We won the Olympics. So, you know, people try to claim that Poxy Nations League for Ronaldo was a major title, then we'll include Messi's Olympics.
We're in our final 5, Grizz.
Yeah.
Final 6, 5-6.
Probably about 4 minutes as well.
There'll be a rake of leading injury time.
They give a lot. They'll give about 6-7 here.
There'll be a stack. There's been a load of stuff.
A great pass. And another great challenge.
Tackle. Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
And it's our boy again. It's our boy again.
Boy.
Otamendi's not 6 foot. If someone wants to come in the comments about Otamendi's height, he can't be any taller than me. And I'm like 5'6", 5'7".
No, what are you talking about? He's close to 6 foot.
5'6". You think Otamendi's 5'6"?
He reminds me of, remember Gabby Milito?
Yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah.
The injuries killed Gabby Milito, didn't they? Like, he was an absolutely smashing player.
Yep, Shawnee, I heard that the 7 of the current boys who are in the Euro squad have gone to the Olympics as well. So, yeah, I might get Shawnee to do a watch along with us for the Olympics. See if he wants in at 4 or 5 in the morning in Spain.
Yeah, Shawnee.
Yeah, Milito was a good player.
Milito was. Diego got all the credit, didn't he? But Gabby was a great player. Just the injuries just derailed him.
That Zaragoza team, though, Keith. They had Diego, they had Aymar, they had Gabby at the back. I think at a period they had Bia, obviously. Not sure if they all 4 played together, though. Yeah,
it was a great team. But it's typical Spanish, you know, they get a cycle. A lot of clubs will get a cycle. Depor had one, and Celta had one, and Zaragoza had one, Valencia. You know, they come and go. You know, they come and go. So, yeah, Otamendi is 6 foot, Abby, so he's a little bit taller than you.
Oh, he's much taller than me, mate. We've got another super chat, guys, from Kevin McAteer. Loving the content, lads. Some great footballing knowledge. Enjoy the watch along a lot. Abby, McGregor, or Poirier later. If I was a betting man, I would say Poirier. I think Conor might just do it inside 3 rounds. But thank you for the watch along too.
Thank you for the watch along too.
Thank you for tuning in for the watch along. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Shawnee's putting the names in now for the Olympic squad. Brian Gill. Mark
Cucurella is a great player. He's a very talented player.
Oh my God, good save. Chris Black's bloody way ahead of us. Whoa, great save.
But that's the difference now. That's what the Argentina have.
Oh my God. Come on, Gabby, go. See, I know, guys.
Why do you want Brazil to win?
I know I just want to go now because I think they put enough pressure.
I want to watch the UFC.
All right, okay. From that point of view, but
we're watching the trophy parade, right, guys?
Well, if Messi wins it,
yeah, then
I don't think. I think a draw would have been a fair result.
I don't know.
It's got to be a winner. This is a final, not a bloody group game, is it?
That's a great first-time pass.
I think I don't want to jinx them, like, to be honest, but I think Argentina have defended absolutely amazing in this game.
They
have.
You
get a 1-0 lead. and you have to defend.
Oh my God, what's he doing there? Messi just had an absolute mare there. Absolute mare.
Has he messed one up?
Look at Rodrigo de Paul. What a ball he's played him in there.
Oh, Messi.
What is he doing? That's your moment. Go and take it.
That was
Seize the moment.
Messi
8 Mile, Eminem, come on.
That was the Messi moment that I think 90% of viewers wanted to see. Like whoever's watching the Copa America all around the
8
world.
yellow cards now. It's a foul now, right now. Sorry, guys. I think I've gone ahead. I've gone ahead.
Yeah, he's gone ahead.
I've gone ahead now. Sorry, guys.
I can go ahead, to be honest with you. I can do it. Like, because I'm behind, I can do it now.
This is great. Montiel's getting booked. And
8 yellow cards now for the game, guys. I'll just run through the yellow cards as well for everyone that's interested. For everyone that wants to know who got the yellow card. So Fred got a yellow card in the 3rd minute. That was followed by the 33rd minute by Leandro Daniel Paredes. 51st minute, Giovanni Lo Celso got a yellow. 68 was Rodrigo de Paul. Then 70 to 80 minutes, it was Lodi, Paqueta, and Marquinhos. And then Otamendi and Montiel have got the last. Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised no one else picked this up. Look, Abubakar Ali, thank you for the super chat once again. A draw sounds good, Grizz. It's a final.
Yeah, but Grizz is looking for the value here. He's looking for the extra time.
Yeah, they got this. Argentina have. I kind of agree. That the defending has been resolute.
That's well over. Well over. I think he's given 6 minutes as well, guys.
Of course he is. But that's what the nature of the beast, isn't it? When you're stop, start. He's been a good ref. He's had a good game. He's going to add on the time. Excellent save.
You were mentioning the record at the Maracana as well, Keith, earlier on.
Yeah,
1950, is it? It's 1950, is it, in the competition?
I'd love to know if that's a wrong stat. I've seen it somewhere that they haven't lost a competitive game since the 1950 World Cup final to Uruguay. It was the Maracana was sort of open. Brazil hosted it. They were the best team in it, were expected to win, and Uruguay beat them 2-0. And the country went into bleeding morning after it. The Maracanazo, it's a disaster. Took them years to get out, like crying on the streets and all. There's bleeding uproar over it. And then I read that you haven't lost one since then. In a competitive game, they've been beaten in friendlies or whatever, but in competitive, they haven't been beaten since. So, you know, you're playing against the history as well.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely for sure.
Oh, they've got this now, lads.
Like the bollocks over throws and all, lovely.
Oh yeah, man. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes for history. And Messi gets his title with Argentina.
Tell you what, he's done well, Scaloni. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Of course he has.
He's done.
He made him a unit. You know, there's continuity with this team.
He's made them a unit.
I just said that. You can't be everything I'm saying.
Just agreeing with you. Fella.
You know, credit to Walter Samuel as well. He's part of that backroom staff, Pablo Aymar too. So, you know, they all deserve credit. You know, we give credit to like Klopp's team, like Linders and
exactly,
and
like, and not only, you're dead right there, Avi, because I'm hugely impressed with the defensive efforts. And when you have someone like Walter Samuel, you know that's what he's drilling into them. Do you know what I mean? He's not working with Messi. He's working with Otamendi. And look, it's been resolute. Absolutely resolute defense.
And to keep a clean sheet for this Argentina team as well. To keep a clean sheet. Colombia were ripping through these guys in the semis. And to keep it against this Brazilian team, that's some doing.
Oh, he's got to score. Oh, great save. He's got to foul. Of course he is. He's going to bring him down. Of course he is. Look at that. Bloody hell. Oh, my God.
What winner are you on? Go on.
Challenges.
Good save.
No, I'm ahead of you, lot.
You're ahead now, yeah. Which is quite disrespectful.
That's quite disrespectful.
What's the piece of thuggery?
Neymar.
Attempted thuggery on Neymar.
Look at them again. This midfield, I'm telling you, cleaning up.
Yeah. The midfield have been laid.
The changes were actually good. I thought that might be could be detrimental because he took off 2 big.
He took off 2 of them. Yeah,
and they also,
So now it's great to see the crowd. It's great to see a crowd in there. The Argies are really enjoying themselves.
It's not great to see a crowd, like, because, like, they're decimated with COVID over there. Like, they didn't even want it. And now all of a sudden there's a crowd let in.
How is it?
Yeah.
You're just taking the piss, isn't he?
He's a good man.
It's not a good man.
He is. He's a good man. Even when he takes the piss.
Oh, one of my favorite fighters is fighting now as well. Carlos Condit. Oh. Keith, you'll be up for the Tokyo Olympics, won't you? We can cover a Spain game if Shawnee's up for it, Grizz.
I will do something, I'm sure.
The Argentinian.
We'll manage something.
There's a few youngsters for the Argentina Olympics team that have been called up as well. So
Tokyo Olympics, you know.
Sure about Shari Richardson. Sad. It's stupid. She had a little puff of marijuana and then she can't even make the 100 meters now. Or the relay team. 30-day ban. Guys, we're 2 minutes away. Literally a minute away, guys. A minute away from history.
Guys, 2 minutes away, literally a minute
and he's done what people said he couldn't do, maybe. He's deserved this. To win it at the Americano as well.
Yeah, be poetic justice.
There is no debate anymore. There's no debate. Oh, there you go.
Well,
it
takes off. Yeah, it takes that stick away that people beat him with if he gets over the line. Yeah. You know, it's a stupid one. We've said this before. It's like the whole Ronaldo has done it at different clubs. Well, that's a load of bollocks as well, because if Messi went to PSG and won 3 league titles, it doesn't make him any better or any worse of a player than what he is. So it's a load of shit. Messi went to Barcelona as a child, went through the ranks and played there. Don't buy into that shit at all.
Abubakar Ali, thank you for the super chat once again, guys, and we appreciate all the love that we've got today as well. You guys should do watch-alongs more. Keith with the elite football knowledge as usual. By the way, do you think we get 2 for instead of 1, Rafinha? Grizz, do you want to take that last question, please? Oh, they've done it!
There we go. We've done it.
Well deserved. You know, I'm really happy for Aymar, Samuel, Scaloni.
Forget about all them. It's all about Messi.
Messi gets it, guys. Messi gets it. Fuck me. He's done it. Brilliant.
And I don't feel bad for the fact that Liverpool players are in this, because Brazil won this last year. Do you know what I mean? Like, or the last run out, they've won the Copa. You know, this was, for me, this was about Messi getting a title. Do you know what I mean? And it's more important than fucking Bobby or Alisson or Anne. And that's just the way I take it. I'm not saying I'm right. That's my opinion on it. I don't know more than other people. My opinion isn't worth more than anyone else. For me, Messi's the greatest player to ever live. And if you've ever seen him live, it's madness. I went to the new camp years ago and watched him, and I've never experienced anything like it. Whenever he got the ball, wherever it was on the pitch, you just felt the adrenaline, the surge, people getting on the edge of the seat. Yeah. It's amazing. And for him to get this, it's just, it's a pinnacle now. It's taking that shite away that you can't do it on the international stage. You will get the nonsense now about it's only the Copa. Don't buy that. The Copa is a fucking hard one to win. Maradona's best at the Copa was a 3rd place finish, and Pele's best was a runner-up once. Messi's had 3 runners-up now and a win. Do you know what I mean? Kieran Thorne put a silly comment in there about Messi. I don't know if I read it wrong, Kieran. So if I do, apologies.
He was patronising another guy who said it.
Oh, right. That's so I just seen it and I was like, what? Kieran's top notch, and I was surprised with that. You know, it's Messi has carried him
again. Sorry to interrupt you. Keep Neymar's in tears again.
They're doing the old throwing up of Neymar, Messi. Yeah, he deserves that.
Yeah. And look, Neymar's a winner. Neymar's a winner. You know, he's not happy with this.
It is a bit upsetting, but look, Messi's
got bollocks. Look at this. This is what it's all about for me now. Messi getting the bumps.
Oh, glimpse of Aguero there. Nice little, final. Swansson probably retired.
There is no debate anymore. There is no debate anymore, guys.
No, there's no debate. There can't be a debate. There was never a debate for me, but now there can't be, you know. And look, I respect everyone's opinions. I do. I respect people's opinions. I can't see how you could compare the likes of a Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a goal-scoring machine. He's the most athletic player you'll ever see. Fitness and what he dedicated himself to get to the very top is second to none. But Messi as a talent is the best we'll ever see. And to get this title is just, it's important and it's good. And I'm glad he got it because he deserves it. Carries teams. Every team he carries them. Whether they win it or not, he carries them.
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
I do feel a little bit for Neymar there.
Guys, do you know
no, he's going on stupid, in fairness.
I reckon I've frozen in this pose, that I've been in, because I came straight from football, I told you. Yeah. I haven't moved, right? And you
want a round of applause for yourself. This ain't about you today. It's about Messi and what he's done. Can we please just watch it a little bit? It's amazing what he's done. Let's appreciate you talking about your 6-a-side football games that you haven't been. I don't think no one cares.
After you only started watching the game at 75 minutes.
I tell you one person that I don't give a shit about is Richarlison.
Sure.
I want to mind my language here because I'm trying to be as good, but he.
Now go on, let go.
No, I'm not going to let go. It's not my style.
Now, go on, come on, say it. Call him
I might have to order a Argentinian top now, just for the sake of it.
Call him a stupid.
But Keith, we talk about this all the time, and we talk about this all the time. Like Maradona never won the Copa America. Like, is there that notion in Europe that footballers didn't take this competition seriously because Uruguay won it the most times? Is it that notion, or is it a competition that?
I think European people say it.
In recent years, it's been taken more seriously with the players actually wanting to play. Because there was a little bit. Because there was a little period in the mid-90s where top players wouldn't want to play in the Copa America.
Yeah, well, there was a sort of there was a period where, look at that, Messi embracing Scaloni, brilliant, lovely to see. I think there was teams went through periods of only putting home-based players, or if you look at the '93 Copa, the last time Argentina won it, 1993, and Brazil squad had Taffarel played for Parma, and then they had a guy called Luis Enrique played for Monaco, and they were the only non-Brazilian-based players in the squad. Everyone else played in Brazil, and that guy Luis Enrique only played 1 year at Monaco and went back to Brazil. He wasn't a household name, but they were bringing through the likes. If you look at the 93 Copa team for Brazil and compare it to the 94 World Cup team, there's a lot of changes in it. Roberto Carlos is in there, only coming through, and there was a lot of Brazilian-based players. It was different to the one that went, like Romario isn't there, Ronaldo isn't there, although Ronaldo was only 17, 16 at the time. They do. It's not that they don't take it serious. It's they went through a period of selecting their squads a bit differently, But I think the players and the fans always take it seriously. The passion in Copa America, it blows the likes of the Euros away.
This is something seen, lads.
It is.
Grizz, you imagine that a certain Diego's watching as well. A certain Diego will be watching this. Great stuff. It is great.
Disgusted.
How would you be watching it then?
Come on, man. Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm just asking.
Upstairs there for Maradona.
There you go. Diego's looking down on him.
Yeah.
You done it.
Yeah, I mean that was a phrase, right? That was the one.
And Aguero, that's nice little. For Aguero too. After that Champions League final, it's a nice little moment for Aguero.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing.
What's happened now? Tabiko chucked one in because he chucked one in here. No,
I'm not talking about Tabiko. I'm talking about Keith phrased it right,
Oh no, sorry. I'm in tears here, guys. I'm actually in tears here. Actually, it's a family moment.
Diego be watching this, Lionel. We're watching at home.
Hey, please don't talk about the, No, but Avi, you do make a good point when you say the likes of Aguero, because we say Messi because he is he's the fucking GOAT or whatever. But the likes of Aguero and Di Maria, they've gone through, the same cycle as Messi. They won. I'm nearly sure they would have won the Under-20 World Cup. And maybe the Olympics as well. They've gone through all this, and to see players like that getting a title, again, people will be snobby about the Copa America. I think it's a great tournament to win, and I'm just delighted that you done it. Look at the reaction of the Brazilian players. They're not happy that Messi's after getting a title. They're all fucking disgusted.
Keith, there's a good lad in there. He says, being a great Ibby. If you want to put that, being a great stream, lads. Earlier, he wanted a follow back from you. So
I do follow Ibby.
Not you. Nobody wants to know.
I mean Keith. Yeah, Keith Blanket. Yeah, guys, go and follow Keith, man.
I'll send Keith a tweet.
Good lad, Ibby.
Yeah, I have him. Right, I follow
him. Very good places.
There, I follow them there.
You can follow me as well, Keith. Get me on the
no.
For fuck's sake.
No.
Gabriel Jesus there. No, because look, Aguero, I don't think it was that perfect ending with City, and look, he deserves a little bit of, like you said, Keith, they've come together from the youth systems, the Under-20 World Cup of Richarlison. See, that Richarlison, I'm happy that he's
fuck him.
Showing a bit of tears there. Oh yes. Shit. No.
What's happened?
No, I just lost
Why are you looking at your
I just lost a bet on the UFC. That's why I thought you'd won, but you didn't. No, it's a great moment. And that trophy is quite impressive as well, Keith.
Yeah.
That Copa America ain't no joke of a trophy. It's very impressive.
But I mean, again, I keep harping back to the snobbery on the European side for the likes of the Copa, but if anyone ever watches the Copa Libertadores, even the Copa Sudamericana, like the passion and the games are all ferocious. It's a different style of football maybe than the Champions League, which I think has become a sort of homogenized football. European football doesn't overly excite me anymore, and you still get that passion in South America that you don't get over here. So they take it all very serious. And then when you look at the World Club Championships, you know what I mean? The South Americans, the Latin Americans always take that one serious, whereas we look at it as a bleeding jolly in the middle of the season.
Man of the match, Keith. I'm going to go with Rodrigo de Paul. I think
it's a good show.
I thought he was very sensible in that midfield.
I'm going for Otamendi.
Yeah.
I'm going for Otamendi. I thought Otamendi was absolutely fucking brilliant in that.
Can't argue. I'm going to go for Di Maria.
Yeah.
Not only the composed fit, to still look, it looked like an easy chance, but Copa America Final against your fiercest rivals, and he just delicately takes it over the keeper. And his general play, he was a threat every single time.
He was. And they used them, Grizz. They utilised them to go at Lodi, and he done it. He done it all the way through. And we could have gone with any of them. The Paul was brilliant as well. Like the Paul was excellent in that midfield. I just felt that Otamendi, for a player that gets, we spoke about it, a player that gets maybe unfairly, criticised. I thought he was absolutely
but let's not forget,
brilliant.
guys, we compared him to Lovren, but do you remember the Madrid final against Madrid?
Degsy was fucking great.
Degsy was fucking brilliant
in
that final as well. So the talent's there.
Guys, Lautaro Martinez, the front three of Argentina, apart from Di Maria, it didn't get going today.
No.
It didn't get going.
They did. Messi, I'll be the first to say, Messi was poor in that. He gets a chance and he doesn't take it.
I think they were on better in the first half, but once they got the goal, it was a natural inclination to just get back, sit back, retreat, and then concentrate on the defense. They've done it quite comfortably.
I agree with you, Grizz. I think if the game had been 0-0 going into the second half, I think Argentina would have been more progressive than they were. I think they were happy to defend and happy to see it out. And someone's at the shout there about Martinez as man of the tournament for Argentina. Chris Brack, but he was great tonight, Emi Martinez, because he makes that save from Gabigol. Do you know what I mean?
The penalties, the mind games that he played against Colombia, absolutely phenomenal. He won it for them, really. He won it for them against Yeremina. Who was the last guy who missed? Moreno, not Moreno, was it? The little short fella.
Cardona, was it?
I want to give you two your dues. I wasn't man of the match by any stretch of the imagination. For me, it's easy.
No, can you go back to that?
No, I'll come back to Keith. 5 p.m. for me is today. It's easy for me to get everything set up. But these two boys, lads, my brothers, literally 1 a.m. to what? 3 a.m. 3:30 right now. Big shout out to Keith Plunkett and Grizz. Obviously, all jokes aside. Thanks, guys. Honestly, it means a lot. And look, I think everyone enjoyed it as well. But yes, Keith, you may continue.
No.
I was going to say, bring that comment back up from Oisin McGlinchey, who said,
Oisin McGlinchey.
Sorry, Oisin McGlinchey.
Oisin.
Come on. He's taking the piss out of the names. Don't pronounce anything.
It's not it's Oisin
McGlinchey. Yeah, Oisin.
That's the state of you. Relax,
Oisin. Like Oisin, but Oisin. That's it.
No, it's not Oisin. No, it's not Oisin. It's Oisin.
Oisin.
So is it an Irish name? Is that
an Irish name? Yeah, it's an Irish name.
Oh, that's why you're giving it the large. That's why Keith's giving it the large.
Really big.
It's an Irish name. Listen to this throughout the game. Kept my nerves down. Thank you, Grizz, Keith, and Avi. I just want to ask, how do you say Oisin?
Oisin.
I just want to ask Oisin, did Avi keep your nerves down, or was it me and Keith? Because all I remember from the highlights was like there was two balls on the pitch, and Avi had an absolute fit. I mean, how is he keeping anyone's nerves down?
Listen, I've still got nightmares at Sunderland Stadium of Light, that beach ball. That gives me nightmares still to this day. So that's why I get a bit iffy.
Before we move on and wrap it up, boys, can I just say, anyone that's in the chat that's enjoyed it tonight, if you don't subscribe, hit the subscribe button. And the boys will be doing more watch-alongs. I know Avi's man to get them into the Olympics and all that. But, you know, subscribe, hit the like. We feel we do good shows. We put out good content, and we'll always try to put out good content. So subscribe to the shows and you'll enjoy what we put out. And also, before we finish up, we say go to our website. There's a section on it for Sienna's steps. Sienna's a 3-year-old girl that has diaplegic cerebral palsy. She's an Irish girl who has a connection to the podcast, and we're doing a fundraising initiative at the moment for Sienna. We're trying to sell the capacity of Anfield, 53,394 or whatever tickets, and we're selling them for €1 each. If you can go onto the website lfcdt.com and have a look, you don't have to buy one if you don't want. If you see the message and you spread the word, that would be brilliant. Go onto our website, just spread. Go onto our Twitter, you'll see all the information. Just spread the word. If you want to buy a ticket, great. If you can't, that's fine. But if you can spread the word and someone else might buy them, we're trying to sell 50,000. She needs to raise 120,000 to go to the USA for treatment. And we're just trying to push this. Like I said, it's only a young girl. We're just trying to give her a chance. So if anyone's, feels he can buy a ticket, €1, it's well worth it. But we would appreciate that. But enough of the party political broadcast.
We're gonna step for the trophy parade, aren't we? And then we'll call it. Is that right? Do you guys, or do you guys?
No, it's going to be on now in a sec, isn't it?
Another super chat. Grizz, are you still there? Hello. Yep. Thank you for ND for the super chat. Any reason for Saul over Sanchez preference? Grizz, they have put a super chat in. Do you want to take this?
Better player.
Yeah.
Better player. There you go, guys.
Better player.
I did say on Carnage that I would prefer Sanchez, but these guys say he's better player, though.
In fairness, I think for me, Saul is a better player. He's the best midfield player we've been linked with. I think he's an elite player. I think Saul immediately can get into that team now, not pushing anyone out. I just think it would be if we start the first day of the season and he's in ahead of Thiago or Hendo for whatever reason, if there's an injury and you're not worried. Whereas I think some of the other players are more of a project. I think Saul has come out of nowhere really, and if we get that done, geez,
just to let you know, guys, that the Copa America Football Foundation Federation organization agreed with me and gave the match to Di Maria. Just wanted to remind you guys.
And Ocean has come back, Grizz. Ocean has come back with a great comment here. Very humble, at least. Have you ever Grizz all day long?
Very humble, at least.
But like Grizz, passion for any chance like me. Thank you, Ocean. And look, no disrespect for your name. I hope we pronounced it right after Keith corrected us.
Yeah.
But yeah, Di Maria. Di Maria. I'll give it to Di Maria was good. Di Maria was good.
I'll be more professional. Are you having a laugh?
Guys, big shout out to people. Zambia. We got a Zambia chat 4 a.m. Egypt 4 a.m. Great watch. Thanks for the laughs and good times. No, thank you for tuning in and listening to us. Me and Grizz just waffle on, but the expertise that is Keith spitting some great facts. I think Keith dropped us a clinic on a 1954 World Cup. So there you go. And he's only a couple of years older than me. So yeah.
I'm a spilfer, don't mind me. Double check everything.
Martinez got goalkeeper of the whatever, right?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Look, he's been a huge difference maker for me in that Argentina team.
That penalty shootout was just fucking it.
We spoke about it, the Argentina have gone into World Cups and they've had Sergio Romero was a decent keeper, but he wasn't a great keeper. He was a decent enough keeper, and he's the best they've had in a long time. Yeah. And Martinez now is playing regular football for Aston Villa, and he was the best Premier League keeper, in my opinion, last season. And he's carried that into that tournament, and he's rubbing it off his balls, which is wonderful.
Carlos Roa, Keith, he went into, I think, became a Buddhist, didn't he?
No, he joined the Doomsday Cult for the end of the world. Was ending. He thought the world was ending in '99, and he fucked off with a cult. Didn't, I don't know what he done after that. He'd always have guys like German Lux and Franco Armani, Bondonzieri, all these guys they were a decent goalkeeper, but they were always you're up against elite teams with elite goalies, and they can always make the difference. It's not always up the forward end of the
Here
pitch.
comes the main man. Here we go. Oh, we won best player. Okay.
Oh, easily. He's statistics. What was it? 4 goals and 5 assists or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought Luis Diaz deserved a shout.
Yeah. Great shout.
Ended up running with 4 goals. Got a brace yesterday against.
Great shout.
Who were they playing? Paraguay, was it? No.
Peru.
No, Peru. That's it. Yeah.
What did you think? I didn't know that.
Great finishes.
Nah, he's impressed me a lot.
That best player trophy looks impressive. So does the goalkeeper trophy.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
He's done it though.
There we go.
Imagine a packed crowd. If it was a packed crowd, even better. But well deserved. You think, Keith? Do you think he's got another World Cup in him, Messi? You reckon he'll be there next year?
Yeah, I do.
We got the best player, the top scorer. Fuck off now. How many trophies are you going to give him now? Bollocks.
Give him every one of them. You should have got best goalkeeper as well. Give him every fucking trophy. Avi, I do think he might have another World Cup. When is it? It's in the winter of next year. He's still going, and this Argentina team, I think it's not a dig at like Ronaldo, but I think Ronaldo curbed is Portugal won the Euros. I don't think it was because of Ronaldo. I think it was because Ronaldo embraced that his team could do a lot of work for him. And when he realised that, I think he lessened what he felt he had to do. And I think Messi could be getting a bit of that as well. I think if he's got this tournament now and it takes a huge monkey off his back. And I just think, he might have another free run at a World Cup. And who knows then?
There's 2-3 talents out there, Keith, before the end of next year, like youngsters coming through. It could be a perfectly balanced Argentinian team. I'm sure you'll keep us updated with your tweets about the next youngsters coming through from South American football.
And
fair credit to the refs as well. We slate them a lot, but you know what? They've done well this tournament. I thought the Colombian Brazil, I thought it was a bit rough, but the ref played as much as he could on. And today, again,
shout out to the refs.
Round of applause.
They're getting their
Round of applause for Harry.
Yeah,
what's his name? Esteban Ostinoshwish. No, Esteban Ostocic. That's not a Uruguayan name for any imagination.
Hey, don't say that again. I'm not going to be able to
Esteban Osticic. No, he's done well there.
Esteban Osticic. Like,
Osticic.
Why have you mixed the Irish contributor who gave the super chat? Right?
No, his name's Esteban. No, his name is Esteban Ostocic. Ostojic. How do you else? Someone tell me how you pronounce it then. It is Esteban Ostocic.
Esteban, you just want to say Esteban.
There you go.
And then
Keith always with the
paralyzed ostrich.
I think this is a really shitty move. You know when the players clap for the opposition.
Yeah, real patronising.
I think it's very sort of tongue in cheek,
condescending,
isn't it? It's like you're taking the piss, basically. This Sean, I've had some abuse.
Listen, I don't want to.
He's giving me a bit of abuse today, Sean. Thanks, Sean.
It's not the time to bitch about Bobby and.
Don't say nothing.
I don't know. This isn't about Bobby.
I'm gonna say, I can't. I'm the kind of guy that can't keep it inside. I've got to just let it out. Like, he didn't make an impact. He didn't. Every time he came on, he didn't.
But you know what I felt?
Didn't he in the first game? Didn't he? He came off and scored the winner.
Yeah. But
was it the winner who made it 1-1?
I felt it's the typical Bobby. I thought he pressed well when he came on. Do you know what I mean? I thought they.
Oh, Keith, you're such a top
pressed and no, I don't think he played well.
Guys. Let's keep it with it. Let's not start going into that one now.
Yeah.
We don't want to go into that one.
No, but look, Keith, I get everything, right? He pressed well, whatever, but when he's an attacker, stroke forward, we've got to get past looking at his pressing stats.
I know, but you know what I think it was as well, Grizz, with that? Argentina were just camped, not camped, but they had a solid back four and their midfield were on top of it. And I don't think there was opportunity. Like, Everton was bleeding terrible in that game. Richarlison was terrible in the game. Yep. Paqueta had a few chances, all right, but you know, other than Neymar, there was nothing really coming through the Brazilian in an attacking sense, you know, other than Neymar. So I agree, Bobby wasn't great. Is
this Brazilian team overrated, you feel, Keith?
I think they're decent, but I think they have flaws. I think Tite is a flaw, personally. I mean, we spoke about fucking Fred playing. You know,
they're coming up now. Finally coming up.
I still got to have my dinner. Still got to have my dinner here.
Oh, my back, my knee. Oh,
get a bit of DP on you, Chris. A little bit of rub on it.
You suggested something else earlier.
Baby oil.
No, that wasn't me.
I thought Paqueta looked okay for them when he played. I thought he was decent for Brazil. And when he went off...
No, go on, Keith, I'll let you finish, then we'll come
I just thought that they were loot. You know, I thought Brazil, the subs were a bit desperate. I think they didn't really make sense. And even though they got a foot in the game in the second half, they ultimately never really looked threatening. Do you know what I mean? They didn't, except for the Barbosa strike, they didn't really walk the keeper. You know, it was all nearly.
Can I take this, Kieran? Kieran, I get what you're saying, and I very much know how Klopp has sort of integrated him to being a vital component in the system. But you're obviously a regular listener, and you know that we've spoken about evolution and it always evolving into a few systems. So yes, he was part of the system that enabled us to eventually win the Premier League, etc. But to maintain and to win it again, which is what we all want, there's got to be evolution. We can't rely on that system and Bobby being the only person or player that can be, pivotal in that. We need more options. We need more variety. Players lose form. Players lose energy. Players lose, they age. So I think you overplaying the importance of Bobby and sort of he's the only one who can play that system. And I think there's a few players in world football that we could bring into that position, if not bring a variety. But here we go. Messi is coming up to finally get his flowers.
Yeah,
what is his real name, Keith? Lionel Messi Cucciccini, is it? His real name?
Oh, there you go. Could be, I don't know.
Leandro.
You're mad into the middle names and the real names.
I am.
I can't even call him Lionel, it's Leo.
It's Lionel Andres Messi. I'm sure it was Cucciccini somewhere that I read earlier on.
Grizz hitting the free kicks down at 6-a-side like Juninho and getting pulled up for fouling by Esteban Ostrich.
Esteban Ostrich.
There's always a brilliant comment in there. Here we go, Messi. Go on, son. Bloody as big as him. It's proper as big as him, isn't it, lads?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
son, it can't be that heavy because it's proper. It's like it's plastic.
Yeah.
That is the trophy. Oh, that is it.
That's a magnificent trophy. You know what? I never ever concentrate on that.
It's the oldest international competition in the world, the Copa.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
There you go.
Brilliant. And Suarez has won it as well, guys. Luis Suarez.
Uruguay won it the most, haven't they? Uruguay take it very serious.
That's when we unearthed a certain Sebastian Coates as well.
Yeah, he was excellent in that tournament. Excellent.
The final was against Paraguay, wasn't it?
Yeah, it came in out of nowhere.
This trophy is not heavy, right?
No, it can't be, for fuck's sake.
They can't be the way they're doing that.
They'll be drinking some champagne from
that trophy. Literally is
it's like a bleeding.
Two of those trophies tower over Avi.
Look at Messi bleeding, throwing it in the air now.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Man, let's wrap it up, man. Come on, what's the matter with you?
Brilliant.
You know what I mean? You only paid me until 3 o'clock and it's 20 minutes over.
Look, it's been a great watch along, lads. It really has. And to get the result at the end that I wanted, I'm not saying what we wanted. But
fair enough.
Wanted Messi to do it.
You won me over in the end. You won me over.
Yeah. It's just, I think, there has to be good news. You know what I mean? Like a defeat for Messi is bad news. It's, people will laugh and all that, but it would have been a negative for football if Messi had lost that, because it would have just been laugh at Messi. He failed again. He can't carry a team. Well, he has done it, and he deserves all the credit in the world now, and he gets the credit. And I'm going to be on Twitter tomorrow scalping people that tried to say it's only the Copa. I'll be bleeding, searching for that, and I'll be scalping.
Can you relax?
Be careful, Keith. You're going to get blocked this time for good. And
can you relax?
This time we can't do anything this time.
Yeah, can you?
I know I've got Twitter headquarters right by the corner of my house, but they've not been able to get my old account reactivated. So God knows what chance you've got.
Yeah.
You've got no.
Can you relax with that?
Take it back,
we've
given set up a burner for it. Set up a burner.
I've told you, I've got about 3. Avi's got about 3. I told you, that's what you need to do. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, guys. Thank you. Are we all good, Grizz? We're good to go?
Yeah, wrap it up, boss.
Thanks.
Wrap it up.
Thanks, guys. And we've got the Fatback 4 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow as well.
And then we've got Monday Forum. Tuesday, something might be happening. Wednesday, midweek. Thursday, Carnage. Friday, there's a break now, I think, for a few weeks for Friday. I think Gav's trying to sort everything out. So, guys, tune in tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time. Have a safe one. Stay blessed, guys. Goodbye.